Yeah, they just cleaned it up.
Now
a
his
bit,
brother's
so
playing
same
in a
weight.
different team. They played actually in Airdrie last week and actually knocked Harty out of that event in Airdrie.
Okay, Josh Quinn.
We should be there.
Josh.
Yeah, so there was this similar event in Airdrie, like you mentioned. We've got this event here this weekend, and then there's another one coming up in Okotoks, and many of these teams will play all three of those. And this is about all we can do here in the current COVID environment, is play these regional kind of WCT type events while people can't travel safely and put the big events together.
Well, what's great in Alberta, of course, is we have a number of top teams, you know, and even though there's some that certainly are topper than others, you know, there's a really good level of competition here, and we've seen that in these games, you know, and that's just great. It gives, it gives them a chance to play some quality games, not just get some reps in, to actually get some quality reps in against these strong teams, and very thankful for that great development program here in Alberta.
Yeah. Yeah, we certainly have some top teams throughout the lineup here. Ted Appleman is down in the C event, and he's a Brier champion, world silver medalist. Lost the provincial final to Kevin Cooey, so he's a top team. And just looking over here on sheet 4, and we've got Terry Meek, who's also won the Brier with Kevin Martin and Desmond Young, two-time Alberta junior champion, and your son, of course.
Yes, yes. And you're talking about Meek. You got a match with him on Monday, you told me.
We do, so we're hoping he goes deep into the weekend and tires himself out, so that maybe we stand a chance on Monday.
Yes, and that's a top senior team in our province too.
That's right, absolutely.
Yep. Line's good.
So lots of rocks in play here on our featured sheet between Bottcher and Harty.
Hard, Kurt. Careful. Hard, Kurt. Hard, Kurt.
Go, Kurt, go.
Hard, keep going. Hard.
Trying to carve that in.
Hard. No bounce. Leave it high.
Bottcher currently sitting 1.
Good.
That's pretty good.
Still sitting 1, but Harty's starting to
that's okay.
put some rocks in the house and put some pressure on with the hammer.
Thought it might have been light.
I think you throw easy.
Yeah. It's that time in the end where they're just trying to line up the angles, and they're trying to make sure they get the better angles than the other team, so that they're in a better scoring position when it comes down to the back end's rocks.
Yeah, looks like Brendan's asked Brad to throw easy weight, as they call it, and just hit and roll into that pocket behind the guards and make sure that they've got some blues that are set up on the right angles, and that Team Harty won't be able to get out with any big weight.
Just for those who may not have been watching regularly in these streams, we've been getting about 15-second draws. You know, it certainly can go up a bit or down a bit, and we're getting really good curl up to 5 feet. Have been holding it out into the 12-foot to get to button, and certainly lots of swing and really sensitive ice makes for some great curling shots.
Yeah.
You really can't hide behind a center guard.
Yeah, great shot by Brad there. Has forced Jeremy Harty to change gears here and try to open up the front a bit.
Whoa, close, whoa. Whoa, Kylie, hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kurt, hard.
Did just sat. Moved a bunch. Of course, has his yellow now that he can run back in. It's always nice when you're running stones in that you're running your own.
He'll be running that in, but it looks like Brendan's going to put another one in the house so that when Jeremy does run something in, there's going to be a lot of blue that he's going to have to go through. Darren Moulding getting in the hack now. He's throws third for Brendan Bottcher, and a great friend of curling in the Bow Valley. He comes down to Canmore and Banff to help us out with the Qualico Mixed Doubles Classic every year.
He does. It's really nice to have him down here. He's not only a great curler, he's also the ice maker in Lacombe. And he not only does the ice there, but he curls competitively as well.
Get it there.
So looks like he's trying to bring this in top 4.
Come on, guys, go!
On top of the yellow. And set up the angles on both sides for Team Bottcher. It's like it's over curling a bit, so they're going to leave it a little bit higher, but it's cut off that run back.
Nice brushing. If you catch this one, it's good.
Yeah, other options right here.
Yeah, then he might play this into it. think I still like.
We could hit this one onto the 6 and roll over.
Onto which 6?
Or sorry, 8.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. With like normal.
Yeah, or even just try and miss all of it and just roll open, leave this open.
Sure.
Board, just roll it right here.
Let's plan to make it. Control?
Okay, I don't want to touch these.
Why not?
Because right now this can't leave, right?
That's a lot of blues, Jer. Let's spill some stuff.
Okay, then nose. Like I don't want to.
Just high, right?
Just high, yeah. You don't want to ever touch this one.
Okay.
It's one of the great things about having
Just
those wireless
control?
mics out there at these athletes. We've got the Skip and the third mic'd up for both teams, so we get a chance to give them time to tell us what's going to go on and hear their thought process. And not only is it educational, but it's helpful.
Yep.
Saves you and I from guessing wrong 50% of the time.
That's right. Kyler Kleibrink throwing third for Jeremy Harty. You could hear his concern there about all the blues piling up in the house. So, looking to get rid of a couple here with this, but not overthrowing it because they want to keep the shooter in play.
This is coming in great.
That was the concern of the skip. Jeremy was clipping that yellow, which was in such a good position.
Yeah, that probably was the worst result they could have got from that, because now there's a chance to.
Definitely
there's no yellow in the way now. But Brendan's got to be careful because there are a few yellows in the house.
Yeah. And Harty does have the hammer here.
Like on the inside, yeah. I think
This is one of the more exciting first ends that we've had out here. The earlier draws, they've come out and been a little bit more conservative, but it looks like both these teams are ready to play.
If you pretty much come to nose, they're a little high. And just
Well, I always say that's a result of great ice. Players have confidence that they know what it's going to do. It's been consistent all week, so why wait? Let's just get right at it.
Yeah, it has been really consistent, both speed and curl across the sheet. So right off the bat, these players know exactly what the ice is going to do and how to put the rock where they want to put it.
Usually when I show up on Monday night, we're turning the lights on. It's a little bit chilly, and it's 11 to 12 on that first end.
Yeah.
Not here, though. The players have been treated some great ice by Jim Oliver, Marty Villamere, and Brian Armstrong. So trying to lock this on theirs. It means any contact with it will drive it back on the yellow.
Looks like it's over curled here. Just going to kiss off the yellow guard and leave it there, protecting their shot rock.
But they can still drive that yellow and back.
Yeah, I think you're just playing to it.
What?
And then a little.
Sweep it if it's really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, looks like something quieter here. They're going to throw back 4, back 8, and freeze tap the shot rock. And if they're
like
able to
this
do that,
yellow
they'll be
running?
sitting 2 with the hammer.
Okay, we got to beat T.
Now, can you tell, is that back yellow one closer than the top blue one?
I believe it is.
Maybe after the shot we'll get a better view and we'll be able to tell. So
T-line,
it's a
guys.
chance to tap
Line's
it
good.
back and lie to your point.
Keep it clean.
Of course, Brendan can follow this one right
Yep,
down.
yep.
So
Hard, Josh.
Hard!
Hard, Josh.
Hard, Josh! Hard!
That's gone. Okay.
That's way light, yeah.
Looks like
We'll just leave it high.
looks like you didn't quite have the weight to make the shot. Maybe got caught up in some fresh pebble.
yeah, it's first time out there this
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah, so speed came off, started to curl early, and is left to center
The
guard.
thing is,
So
though, this blue coming in should, if you're going to be here, it should jam. As long as we get in there, we can
we
beat
have
this
4
one out.
games
Like, if you
going
can get all the way
here
there.
at 4 o'clock. We have this B qualifier, and then we have what are essentially C semifinals.
Yeah, I
on the
aimed,
other-
like in
the other
practice,
sheets.
I aimed right here.
So we'll try to keep you
And I was getting to, like,
updated as
there.
those
So I think your ice
games
is bang
post their
on.
scores
Yeah.
and let you know how the team you're following is doing this weekend.
Pretty slow out here,
And
hey?
like we've talked about all week, and usually we're
Two
talking about the
brilliant
C
draw
event, you're
men like
trying to
ourselves,
look
and
up
we come
those
up like, it's
names
gotta be the
and
ice.
see who they are, but
Certainly
it's not in this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
'Kay, I guess there's
maybe
no
2.
hole over there.
So
It's pretty thin
a lot of
enough
rocks in
because
play,
this
and
jams, right?
Harty
Yeah.
and Kleibrink
Over the
right
top
now
and
are
roll
trying to
here
figure
gets
out the
the double.
angles
Yeah,
and
so it's like a thin quarter.
how they can get
'Kay.
in there because they're still just sitting second shot.
And if
Yeah, what a great view our camera
jam.
team is giving
Jams.
us. That's Jamie and Thomas
We
over.
probably stay there.
You could.
He picks us.
And there's our overhead, and can confirm that it's Bottcher
Yeah.
sitting one,
It's a missile.
but it is
I think this.
it's pretty well buried behind not
Yeah, I
only
think
what you
so.
see there on the screen, but also a few more center guards out in front.
Okay.
Other options here. He has to guard, and then we do that. If he doesn't guard,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it even. Yeah, just half buried. Leave us a little slash in there.
yeah.
Somewhere out there with a little pop. I
So
think,
rather
eh?
than playing all their
Yeah,
cards
let's
right now and
let's-
slashing the yellow, and they're going to give
Yeah.
themselves 2 options on last rock, because Bottcher can't, at least that we know of yet, deal with
Okay.
both sides of the sheet of the
Yeah.
ice. So obviously knowing he's going to have a tough shot at the end, he's going to give himself short run back on both sides and be able to play whichever
Yeah,
one
just
Bottcher
top 8,
decides to
fight
leave him.
4.
Yeah, really smart
Yeah,
decision here by
Yeah,
Harty.
for sure.
But it's in the same path that Kyler got caught in a couple of rocks ago, so we'll see if he can navigate the fresh pebble out there and get it in there, as he said, half buried behind the one that's top 12.
Josh, clean.
Line's good. Keep it clean.
I like the weight,
Whoa, then,
I
whoa.
like the line there.
Close. Close.
Okay, go.
Always good things to hear.
Hard.
Really starting to cut now.
Hard.
Hard line. Whoa, Kurt now. Whoa.
I think they need this to come down just a bit.
He's now going to take it right back.
Shot.
That's going to be useful for him.
Nice sweep.
Yeah, second
Yeah.
shot. Really can't be played on by
Yeah.
Bottcher.
Only for 2, I think.
Bottcher's looking at a double angle tap,
If we throw a
yellow
guard,
onto blue and into
He has that
second
for
shot
free, I guess.
position. That could open up that outturn
he's
side
gotta
for
go
Harty,
rip
however.
over- Well, he could make it.
So we'll see as they think through the decisions. We'll listen
Actually-
into Brendan and Darren.
Probably only for 2.
Could work out bad for him, too.
If I don't throw, though, he's got a hell of a shot. Like, he's got to throw that 1,000 miles an hour.
And it's only for 2.
And it's only for 2.
Well,
No.
Yeah.
No way. No
okay.
way. Maybe on an arena, but
We could try and
Hell of
go,
a time
we
out
could try
here.
and come in off that into there.
hey, what's our risk playing this one soft with hack?
Hitting it into here. That's the risk.
Great discussion we get to listen to here.
Do we ever try that?
Darren's
Look at this one I just threw.
looking at
Did
an
we not
in
get
off
this
on
one
a
in
rock.
here?
We can't see on our screen. It's about a centimeter from the wall. The top
Now
of the
you,
house.
well,
I
then
doubt
you
that
might be able
Brendan
to
is going
draw.
to choose that option here in the first end.
Yeah, I would agree.
but I don't think he can tap us.
He's not on. He's not upset with what he's facing here right now. He even talked about what if I throw it away.
Yeah,
Of course, we've only ever seen that once.
and that did not work out well for Kevin Martin at the World
My thought would be to
Championships.
play this. And
Well, it
play
only
with
didn't because
hack
he
again
missed
and just
the
spin it
short
off
run
this
back.
one,
Yeah.
You know,
you know?
That's
he
a
makes
good
that,
call.
and we
I
probably
like
not
that.
still talking about it.
Right.
But when you miss it, it's made for good conversation.
I like that.
Just trying to think. Easy is probably the way. Make sure it goes.
We just got to be careful because easy. If
Just
we ever
out
did
here
this,
watching
there might be
over
enough
the
weight
last
to
few
screw
draws,
us.
Brendan Bottcher's
Maybe
been one of
bored.
the faster teams on the ice. But I think the importance of this
Yeah.
game and the quality
I'm
of the
having a hard
competition,
time. Like, I'm only hitting
we're seeing that
a
here
thin
now
half,
with all
right?
the
So my
discussion
easy's already
necessary in
coming
the
down
first
to
end.
hack. Then we
Well,
got to
and
hit
half the
this one and
granite in
still.
Banff is out in that house too, so that made
Just
a lot
easy.
of angles. And of course, his
I
biggest
like it.
concern
Okay.
is he doesn't want to give up 3 by leaving him something. So he's
Yeah.
trying to
Kinda that
decide
spot
the
we
best
saw
option for him.
earlier looks like it wants to go, and then
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure what they've
We got to hit less
decided
than what
on.
we can see.
yeah, oh yeah, we hit what we can see is too much.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he ended up
He
deciding.
may be trying to chip the blue. That's biting the 8-foot in towards the other blue or in towards the button, but maybe Karek Martin is
We just
asking
gotta
him to
be careful.
reconsider.
if then he just slams that for 2. Yeah. To me, the lowest risk shot is off of there. Right now, he has no shot for 3 anyway.
Darren's gone back
Even
to
if
that,
you made this,
lonely rock
like-
over by the wall.
But the roll right to here would be great.
Well, if you've got an opinion at home and you want to send it in the chat box, we'd love to hear what
That's
you
the
would think.
lowest
There are
risk.
a number of options here, and I'm sure everybody's got
Donnie
their
out.
opinion at home. Please feel free to send that in to us.
That's
and,
just of all the shots.
would
that's
love to
the
get your
hardest
thoughts.
by a mile.
Yeah. Wow, it's possible. But yeah.
The only
It's
thing we
actually
know
queued up
here is that
reasonably
at
good. You
some
can
point
hit
they
any
have
of
to
these
make a
rocks and it's
decision
okay.
because we've got to get to dinner.
Well, I think
Need
it's
a
going to
little bit
run
of time in
pretty
between this
straight
draw
so
and
far.
the 8 o'clock to
But
to get it
Okay.
prepped. We thought
I'm
4
in.
hours might be enough, but
it's
Yeah.
a like. Where are
Trying to
we?
hit-
What are we playing? We're trying to go.
Trying to go into the yellow
we should
and
have
spin
some
up.
updates.
Yeah, I don't think we
across
wanna
the
throw it
sheets
too
here
hard, like
for you
firm.
shortly. It looks like all
Up
3 other
firm.
sheets have started their second end, but we
Not-
don't see any
not
scores
bomb.
posted yet.
Because we're hitting only.
Of course,
at the
we have it
top.
in our event
We don't
where
really wanna
whoever
fly
got
into
hammered in the
that.
first end is responsible to post scores. So not just for your team, but for your opponent.
Unless
Sometimes
we
when
try
it's
and
for
play
your
that.
opponent,
I don't-
I have to imagine it's a bit of a tough pill to swallow. Maybe it
the
takes you
call
a
is
bit
to do
longer to put that up.
That's
But,
what I'm saying.
that's the way we're doing it. Just one of those
Get
safety
thinner and
precautions
make
we
this
have.
double.
Minimize the number of people touching the
The other
touching the
thing we can
numbers
do
in
is
the
just run
scoreboard.
this double, and then he's only going to have
See,
a
but
shot
this,
for 1.
this amount of time in between shots, they may see a bit of a change in speed on the ice. That ice has
that
been
tap
sitting
is just
for
so
5 or 6 minutes now. No rocks down it, so
Okay.
it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see if there's an impact there.
At some point, we may have to send someone out to
I
suggest
think I like
that
it. Play it with half.
time's of the essence.
Okay,
If all
so
that happens is we go not.
But it's always great for our fans to get good education.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we appreciate
with
them
ya.
giving us this
we're
15-minute
trying
clinic
to do this.
tutorial.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all right.
Okay.
So over on sheet
'Kay.
4, it looks like Team Jakes scored
Of all
2.
the shots, I just
So they
think
lead
this is the most makeable.
Team Meek 2-0 after 1.
All right, a decision's been made. Let's hope it doesn't change again by the time they get to throw.
And this was the first shot I saw as well.
So if this is the first shot, it looks like he's going yellow into the blue one
Try
that's top
2/3,
4.
eh?
Yep.
Try to tap it a little closer to the button with hack weight.
Yeah, that was his first thought. Another thought was to play it straight back and pick that one out. But I think this is his first shot was to go yellow,
Yeah.
yellow, blue.
Yeah.
Darren calls sweeping right out of his hand, but it looks like they like it a little bit more now.
Yep, the only risk is to hit too thick of it. Looks like he's going to miss it though on the outside, or not hit enough of it. Or looks
he
like it'll
has
hit it
made
perfectly.
So that is has Team Bottcher sitting to
get them one?
completely buried. Team
Whereas
Harty
this
will
for 3.
have an opportunity for a run back here, but
This
it's going to
5.
have to be pretty precise, and it'll probably be running in
happy
a
with
blue
not
rock,
giving them
which
two.
you
Yeah, I
know
know.
you're
It's
gonna
just
wanna have to
that
do.
looks just a bit tough too. Yeah, you got to throw it hard. That jams.
This run back's for 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. This for 2 then.
We know that spot. We played that a couple times.
I don't know if it's possible to get past this 3 and
Oh,
make it this way.
Yeah, I think you can get to. You can get to
The
That'll
the
just
angle
not the
run
same.
back, which is
Yeah,
the guard,
true, it
onto
doesn't
the
get that.
yellow, onto the 2 blues in the house for 3. The other shot they considered was throw the intern on the rock that Jeremy
yeah, might not catch
threw on
this.
his first.
That can get
Pick
to
out that
3.
back blue one
Okay.
and
So
concede
that's
I
just-
don't
1
think we
point.
can do it.
That.
Just whip it hard. If you touch this,
It
what's
gives them
easier,
1
touch-
too.
what's
Well,
easier,
I
touch
mean,
that
they've got about 15 minutes, right, to
Just because the
reciprocate
five
to
is
take
every
their
step.
turn. So
Yeah,
we should have had commercials. We almost could have watched a whole end on sheet 4 adjacent to it. I'm surprised the cameraman didn't go there. But like we said, great tutorial, great chance to get inside the minds of some of the greatest players in Alberta here, and it's always a treat to hear them.
Half rock. It goes. Eh?
Also shows the complexity as you get more and more rocks in play. It does take a little longer to compute all the different possibilities.
Looks like decision's been made. I think he's going to throw a lot of weight.
Long view weight, we decided
long view
yesterday.
weight,
If you're in
that's
Okotoks,
right.
it's long view weight.
Yeah, off that blue
Where- oh,
one
we're
that's
just
on the
saying the
T
blue.
line.
Yeah.
12, biting
Anywhere
a
up
12
to a
foot.
quarter to a half.
Basically try to go sideways into the yellow, get rid of one of the blues, and probably concede one.
All right, finally the last rock of the first end.
Close. Yep. No, no, no. Whoa.
I think they like the line.
Oh, exactly what they
yeah,
wanted.
Terrific shot to give up one. So Brennan Bottcher leads 1-0. No real damage done there for Team Harty. They had the hammer, but only gave up one.
Entertaining
So,
end for the fans.
so I think they'll be happy.
Yeah, it also shows too,
Good, and we
you know,
almost had
Bottcher
one.
wanting to get that other one in there. Had he not, it would have been a one for Harty. So really, you know, good foresight on the Bottcher team to realize that they needed to get that other one in there, and that was the one that ended up counting.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of comments coming in, so while Scott lines us up for this next end, I'm going to take a bit of a read, and we'll try to answer some of your comments.
Yeah, absolutely. So Team Harty's taking a little team huddle off to the side, probably just to figure out what they want to do to attack the second end here, make sure they're all on the same page. And they've got a little bit of time to do it while Kark Martin gets in the hack and Brennan Bottcher gets us going here in the second end. So we'll see if he sticks with that strategy from the first, if they're on the guard, or if he's going to come in here now that he's got a 1 point lead. Looks like he has called for a top four. So with the lead, he's going to switch gears a little bit and go in first.
Rebecca, thank you for your comment. It's one of those life lessons. Usually your first thought's your best thought. As we saw there, Bottcher's first thought was a shot he threw. It's a shot that gave him the point. So a nice life lesson being used here in the curling rink. Also, Timothy from Abbotsford, BC, just want to give you a shout out. I had the chance to go there last year for the Canadian Juniors there to watch Team Alberta, and you guys put on a great show and a great venue and top class. So thank you for all you've done for curling and the hosting of that event. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, continue to send in comments and questions, and we'll do our best to answer them throughout.
Play it like it's nice. You
So
got it.
Kark Martin put it exactly where Brennan Bottcher asked him to, top four, splitting the center line, and now Jeremy Harty's going to throw the corner guard.
Yeah. Carolyn Skurlik shares that the battle is
Line's
on,
good.
and I think she's right.
Halfway,
We're in
guys.
for a real treat this afternoon. This is going to be a great game, and
Okay, let it
if
curl.
the first end's any indication, we might be here till midnight,
Line's good.
but it will be a great game.
Josh tight. Josh tight. Yeah, hard Josh, hard Josh. Good. 16-8.
So corner guard goes up. You'll see those lines running up and down the sheet outside the center line. Normally those are 4-foot lines, but here in Banff, Steve, I think you guys made the decision to make those 5-foot lines. Can you talk a bit about
It'll
that?
be okay.
Yeah, I mean, the ice maker made a mistake, and we got to live with it. No, just kidding. Brian did it purposefully, and in fact, he did it so that from a social distancing standpoint, there was more space, and it gave
Line's
another
good.
indicator, an enabler for people to try and stay safe and keep apart. And I thought it was a really intuitive idea from Brian, and we supported him at the club, and I think it really helps out. And yeah, a couple people have commented that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So kudos to Brian there, our head ice maker, for a nice thought. The other thing is, if you see some dots in the ice, that is not debris. What those are loonies. We do mixed doubles, Qualifier mixed double classic here at New Year's time, but also in some league play and that, and those are loonies in the ice. We have seen a few people, not in this Bondsfield, attempt to get them out, but they are
Risk control.
well iced in there. Of course, people said, well, why not just use dimes or plastic? Well, of course, we know what happened in the Olympics when they put a loonie under the ice for the hockey team. So I guess we think it'll bring us good luck here in Banff.
And another quick update on sheet
Yep,
2.
go
Looks
hard.
like Team
Yeah, go, go,
Sturmey
go.
has jumped out to a
Hard,
2-0 lead
Hard, Josh.
over Team
Hard, Josh,
Kennedy.
Gotta hold that. Gotta hold that. Hold the line. Hold the line. Go, go, go.
Hard, keep going. Hard. No roll.
Okay.
So great hit and roll there by by Team
Good
Harty,
sweep, Josh.
hitting the top 12 rock, rolling over the
just
side.
looked like it got it going.
Still have that corner. By rolling in, they're keeping Brendan Bottcher busy, making sure that he has to deal with that and leaves their corner up there for them to use later on.
Whoa. Whoa, curl. Curl, 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 curl. Curl hard. You're good, you're good, you're good. Nice shot.
A nice shot, nice roll back to center. Of course, Harty probably will play off this back one into the corner, or he'll just go straight to the corner.
He is just going to draw right around. I've played Jeremy Harty a number of times at the Calgary Curling Club, and the one thing I've noticed about him is his patience. He will let this happen. He will let his opponents get rocks in the house and not panic. And oftentimes it pays off for him. He's one of the best,
line's
best
good.
teams in the province.
So what's your record against Harty? You said a number
Okay,
of times.
close,
You have a
yep.
win yet?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, we're probably 3-3 now. With that said, Harty has a team of about 6, and they switch in and out. Some really
51.
good
Nice sweep.
female curlers on his team as well, and then some new curlers as well that he gets involved. So it's not this team that's out there all the time. It's more of a club team.
Gotcha, and that's great to see. It's great to see these athletes. They don't just play at the elite level. They support the clubs, and they get out there with friends and that and play. And it is certainly a sport you can do that in.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Just a straight peel here from Brad Thiessen on Team Bottcher, throwing second rocks.
Yeah, that guard's the only thing that could really hurt them in terms of giving up
I don't like
a
coming
multiple
around this
score
one.
without, of course, some misses. That
I don't
can
mind
happen.
that or that. Or just
Yeah, a lot of options here for Harty. You could throw the corner
like
guard
getting into one?
back.
That they have the double,
Freeze
right?
to
Yeah.
the one
Yeah,
on
we either-
4 foot like he's indicating now. He could come around both of those blues.
like fully bury.
Yeah, looks
Same
like
way.
he's just going to straight draw top 4 and bury it behind the blue one in the house and ignore the blue in the button. Obviously, Bottcher needing to make a play on it. Probably will affect that rock at some point anyways in the end.
Line's good.
This is Joshua
bounce.
Kist.
Okay,
He
close,
joined
Len.
this year the Harty team, first time as their second.
Close.
He used to play with the Adams rink, which was a junior rink, a really good junior career. And Joshua is well known, and his brother Ben is actually a skip of a team out of Okotoks. Mike Libbis, who's here commentating, is their coach, and really good U18 team there. Look forward to seeing what they can produce this year.
Yeah, really nice shot there from him. He just bounced it a bit, which might give Bottcher room to get it out, and it looks like it has given that room. He's going to play the double here.
Okay.
He'll likely lose the blue that's top button, but I don't think Brendan will be concerned about that. That's probably deep enough that it's not helping him anymore.
Nope, guards and rocks behind the tee line are a
Whoa.
friend when you have last rock.
Whoa, Brad.
Clean. Yep, Brad. Whoa.
Just like that.
Yeah, and he did not disturb the rock that's on the button.
He wasn't as wide as. Yeah, that's
So
great.
Bottcher
Yeah.
sitting 3.
Yeah.
Harty has last rock, so see how he tries to generate a deuce with
Almost
no guards
nose,
and,
Jared.
3 Bottcher rocks in the rings.
Just high up nose.
Looks like he's playing that top one. Straight
Whoa.
back, the
whoa.
double, and gave himself a corner guard.
Thinks
Whoa.
double
Whoa,
for this
Doesn't
one's
really want to
floating
roll
though.
out, but
Just jammed it and lost the
Okay.
shooter. So Bottcher continues to sit 2 now.
Okay, I like it. 14 and a half, or is it full
Bottcher's
here?
just going to split the rings here. Draw to the tee line, open
Yeah.
side.
14-5, okay?
And the hope here is that 2 doubles by Team Harty are not made, and they'll end up forcing him into a nose hitter, a draw for 1 at the end of the end.
Line's
Should be
good.
close.
Go ahead.
Hard.
Go ahead.
Hard, losing line. Hard.
Line's great.
Come on, head down, go.
T-line if you can.
Drag it as far as you can.
Great throw there. You know, the drag
That's a
that in
great
there.
shot.
Two
That's
great
good.
sweepers
That's good.
judging
That's
that. You got
15 and a
guy
half.
in the house
Good,
telling
good.
you line's good. The thrower telling you to go,
This
and the
one?
sweepers have to
Okay.
ignore it all. And it's really in their hands at that moment. You know, when you're doing a draw like that, other than worrying about line,
thick
which there
out,
really
yeah.
wasn't much in that case.
Yeah.
Really up those sweepers, they walk up and down with more rocks than anybody. And just a
Whoa.
great judge by Thiessen and
Whoa.
Martin there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Kyler Clybrink's going to try to make one of the two doubles they're going to need to get out of this end.
Whoa, can't.
Not quite, but he's grouped the blues together, so a good chance they can make that double.
In case you're wondering what they're referring
think
to
I'd like to
there,
throw
you're
that
not
in and
allowed to
just-
sweep your
If he
opponent's
knows
rocks.
that it
I
would,
was yeah.
Normally, you're allowed to sweep it when it goes behind the tee line, but because of the COVID
I'll
rules,
throw
one of the
medium.
ones that's being used is that you can never. So you have to sit there and watch that rock spin and hope that it gets out. And if it doesn't, then
nose or a little roll Brad's
Nothing you
way,
can
what
do.
you
Yep.
Nose
of course
is
you
pretty
can
good.
sweep your own rocks.
Yeah.
And that what that enables is that when they are playing
Yeah.
in cohorts and teams, so
I'll
when
throw
that
medium.
team has the ice, it's theirs till all rocks come to rest. So it supports that rule as well.
Yeah.
And as we said, they're all playing as cohorts. That's why they don't need mass. That's why the teams themselves can use two sweepers and be within 6 feet because they are a cohort. But they must keep separated from the other team, and that's an important
Clean.
part of this because the event is not a cohort event.
Right.
Clean.
Clean.
That sweeping
Clean.
rule that you
Yep.
were talking about is different than what we see
Clean.
in the clubs.
Whoa.
Club curling right now, one sweeper's
Good.
coming in,
Nice
and
shot.
that's the only sweeper that can sweep regardless. So
Good.
one
Yeah.
sits out, one sweeps, and,
Good
and the
enough.
skips, of course, never sweep now under the.
Did they ever sweep, Scott? I mean, you were a skip.
Yeah.
Did they really ever sweep, or was that just show?
They tried. It was mainly show, not very well, but they tried.
I always wondered if they do an
Yeah.
Olympics
Yeah,
for the
ties
3-foot
nice.
sweep.
So anyway, we can.
There'd be some great skips up
The
there on
only
the
thing
podium.
is if he nuts it, then I guess I still have
And
draw the
miss
button.
jams.
Yeah. That
Didn't
won't
jam.
matter. That won't matter,
Well,
right?
it might for the blank.
Oh. Yeah. I think it's our
This
only.
was a bit over there, we could double.
I think this is our only chance, or else we just draw here. But I'd like to move that one
Try and
out.
get two.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then.
Control.
Yeah.
Just roll it to here.
Yep.
Okay. There.
Just trying to find somewhere to
think
put
it's a
it
good
to make it a
spot.
hard shot
Very,
for,
like,
for
natural
Bottcher.
curve.
Make
Yeah.
him run his own back, maybe lose them, and make his last shot easier. I think it's pretty safe to say that someone's going to score here. Be hard to get a blank now.
Flip
So
to the center line.
he's trying to give himself the
Try and
best
get a shot back
opportunity
there.
for that.
Control.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not even trying to make the double at the back. He's just trying to hit and roll, which will certainly jam the rock and the 8-foot on the back one. So really just trying to find a place, like you said, to hide, get a mistake, and maybe get a two here.
Yeah. Close, yep.
Well, we were asked
Clean. Yep, yep.
what the players eat and drink during the game, and well,
Whoa,
I can
whoa.
honestly tell you that
Whoa.
I'm not 100% sure. I can tell you that there's a lot of water and a lot of Gatorade that's drank by the players, and we see those bottles around, and certainly they use that to keep the electrolytes up as well as the hydration, because they are sweeping very, very
Yeah, good
hard.
sweep.
It's a very
Yeah, good
intense
sweeping.
thing to do, and it's and they need to
Yeah.
keep those fluids up, and of course electrolytes really help. So that's what they're drinking,
like
water and
easy, I
Gatorade. In
think.
terms of
Okay.
food,
Take
haven't really
bit
seen
of
a
ice.
lot out there. A number of them might have snacks. It
Straight
can
up.
be either
Yeah.
fruit or it can be energy bars or granola bars. But if we
Easy.
catch sight of anything in particular, we'll make sure we let you know. I can tell you in the
Easy.
lounge there's lots of Timbits and donuts, but that's for the people running the camera, I think, as well as for some of the spectators here. So
Yeah, the water bottles out on the ice that I see, it looks a little bit different than when I'm here for the Banff Men's Bonspiel, the beverage of choice. But these guys are obviously playing for a little bit more than
Clean.
a trophy.
Whoa.
There's a lot at
Clean.
stake here this weekend.
and what is at stake? What's
Yeah.
the prize
Whoa.
purse?
$23,000.
That's
$9,000 to the winner, $6,000 to the
Real hard
runner-up,
part.
and
Real
$4,000
hard.
each to
We're
third and
okay.
fourth place.
Those playing Sunday will make a minimum of $4,000. That'll make a weekend worth it. But like you said, really, these top teams are out trying to get reps in. They're trying to get some games in and play. And at the same point, the money makes that helpful. But I think they'd rather get the trophy and, of course, get the points, because if you don't, you've got to get into the playdowns and qualifiers to make it to the Brier playdowns to then go into the Brier itself, should the Brier go on. If you can earn your berth right in, then you're one of 12 teams, and that's a lot easier than going through that playdown process.
Yeah, a lot of these teams are really fighting to get one of those automatic bids to provincials. You know, a team like Cooey and Bottcher, looks like they're probably going to be safe in that regard, but there's a couple more spots which you know, a team like Harty and Appleman will be right in there competing for.
Well, a peek over on sheet number 4, and Meek obviously didn't like giving up the 2 in the first end. He came back with a 3, so it's 3-2 for Meek. And Jakes has Last Rock playing the third end.
Yeah, and on our feature sheet here, Harty just made a nose hit for 1 to tie the game 1-1 after 2, and Brendan Bottcher will get the hammer in the third end.
And after a blank end in 1 on sheet 1, Appleman took 1 and 2, so Appleman leads Van Amsterdam 1-0 playing in 2, and Van Amsterdam does have the hammer.
Doing that, that's for sure. Let's go.
All right, now just a bit of a thank you to our sponsors here. ATB, our lead sponsor in this event, the ATB Banff Classic, or as we've been calling it, the ATB Banff Slam. Love that name. Thank you very much to you. Your great support, not just of our event, but a number of these curlers. Wonderful partners in curling, and we really appreciate all you're doing. The Banff Curling Club, and of course we've thrown in the Canmore Curling Club. Lots of great volunteers, you and Cheryl Burton, Dennis Graham, Scott Monker in the past, and Nick Sardin. Thank you very much for all that you've done. Of course, the curlers here in Banff letting us use their facility, which is a wonderful gesture in them. And of course, the town of Banff, they've provided us with the ability, the enablement to run this in their great facility and to operate curling, and we thank them for their trust and their support in that. And of course, Curling Alberta have done a tremendous job leading into the season to make sure everyone knows curling is safe, make sure we've got toolkits and resources, and we can run this sport in a way that everyone feels comfortable with, should they choose, and that's important, should they choose to operate, because certainly there are some facilities that may not, just depending on their situation and the likelihood.
I think it's the first time we've
It's a
seen
bit light, but
Harty
it should be okay.
throw first in the end, and they decided to go with the center guard.
Hurry for weight.
And Brendan Bottcher is going to ask Kark Martin to come right around that and come into the top 8, top 4 foot. They're going to have to work to get it that deep, but they are going to get it in the house.
Good shot.
Nice shot. Very good. 16-2.
Well, those are 2 pretty good ways to start the end. You'd be happy for both teams, exactly what you wanted.
Line's good.
There goes Gawler. He's trying to draw around here.
Okay, a little wider, Walt.
Big bounce, go around.
Okay, yep.
Well, they're trying to go in front, but they recognize it's gotten a little wide, so they're going to try and take it around because of the weight and where it is.
Hard, gotta go. Hard, gotta go.
Don't want to bounce here. They do want to get by clean if they can. It's coming in tight.
And it's going to rub and roll into the open. And I don't think it's going to take long for Bottcher to call a hit and roll behind the guard.
No, there was no hesitation.
No.
There was no 15 minutes required for that.
So it looked like he said behind the guard or a big roll to the other side, to the wing. So we'll see what kind of weight Kark throws here.
Weight's good. Clean. Yep.
Starting to curl
clean,
now.
yes.
The line looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to try and flip it just under.
Good.
Really
Kind
nice
of caught
Sorry.
in between
It's a
there
good
a
shot.
bit. It's rolled out in the open on the other side.
Oh, now it's Harty's turn.
You like this? Okay.
Looks like they're going to throw board weight.
The spot moves. You got it. Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep. Hard. 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 Whoa, whoa. Kurt.
Oh, I really like this one. It's going to be close. Oh,
Yeah, flipped it an inch, almost in on
11-6.
edge, but I think there's a little bit of space there.
Yeah.
just shows how much the ice is curling,
Even
right?
if you can-
You
You like this
can't
better?
wait if you leave it too long, it's going to cut over. So they've got to try
Go
and
easy.
balance that, and really close on that one.
We'll play it away.
So I think he changed his mind from rolling under to rolling away here. Recognizing there isn't a ton of room to roll under. He doesn't just want to roll an inch and leave Harty a chance, so he's going to roll it away, but still try to stick around here. Set two with the hammer.
Hard. 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 Big roll, big roll, big roll. Good shot.
Yeah, Harty can still hit that and come
He can.
underneath.
Yeah, I think they were looking for a little bit more roll right over to the wing, but
Timothy Hortles asked the question I think a lot of us are asking, and that is there any news about the Briar going
Make
ahead?
sure we hit it, Jared.
Probably without fans.
Good
Well,
takeoff.
Timothy, I don't know. Scott?
I also don't know.
So if anybody knows and anybody wants to share what they know, love to hear from you. And of course, I think we're all waiting to hear what
Okay,
might
well
happen
then.
there. And
Whoa,
sure, all
whoa.
curling fans are hoping for something.
Yep.
But, well, at some point, Curling Canada will advise us, and we will know.
I think the main reason that they're asking that question is because they want to step up the
good
level of commentating and get Russ and Cheryl back behind the mic and not have to listen to you and me.
Probably. Very good point. Very good point.
Easy.
But until then, Scott,
Yeah.
it's you and I.
That's right. So big roll there from Harty, poked out the other side, and now Bottcher's got a chance to make a play on that, and I didn't see which way he wanted to roll, but given how deep it is, my guess is he's going to try and roll away instead of rolling something to the back of the forefoot.
Yep, he's trying to get it over enough that it won't roll out. It's starting to come
Yeah, it's
over.
really starting to come. I think it's going to stick around.
Yeah,
Good
that's a
throw.
great shot.
Nice.
Of course, you don't think Harty will necessarily chase that.
Wow, Bottcher's
Knows
got
that?
the hammer. He's sitting two, but Harty does have
Knows
that
this
center
one.
guard, so
Yeah.
I was thinking
Probably wanna
maybe
take
that.
What are you
advantage of
thinking?
it.
Run back. Stuff it or?
Yeah, stuff.
Of course,
We
if he
want to
stuffs
cross if
it,
anything.
he won't be shot,
Well-
but he
Get
will
the
have
double
two
for
center
really
guards.
lucky.
Yeah, just cross.
So do we do intern then?
Whichever you feel. Yeah, in.
Or do we go for the straight stuff?
Straight stuff is the best call, I think.
Straight stuff.
Okay.
I think that's a new term we can add to our league night play.
Yeah, I guess stuff is.
So Bottcher still sitting one. That's that center guard up there.
I think so.
Just gotta keep the pressure on by coming around it. Another option would be just to peel that center guard and play for a blank.
Top 8.
Looks like he's gonna come around.
15 and a quarter.
Yeah, so he's going to get aggressive, try and get his deuce this end, it looks like.
Line's good.
And then maybe we'll see another
Easy,
straight
easy,
stuff.
easy.
Maybe.
Line's good.
Straight.
Line's good.
Mike,
We're
if
a
you're
little-
mark that down.
We're tight if anything. Oh, no, line's good.
It's Darren Molding on the draw here.
Just let it
Brennan
die.
Bottcher's third, but
Let it die.
a pretty accomplished skip as well. Back in 2014 was a Canadian mixed champion.
Where'd he throw it?
That was
Sorry, who did he play with?
14-9
He played with his sister, Heather.
right here.
And I'm not sure who else was on that team. I do know that they played Corey Hegestad of Ontario in the final.
Ah. Scott, more than just knowledgeable curler, he knows about curling history.
Lots of room.
At least a few years back.
Lots of room.
Have you ever played in the mix?
whoa.
Have you played mixed curling
I
much?
have, yeah, I prefer to
Okay,
play mixed
okay.
curling. So I have
Okay,
played
go
mixed
then.
playdowns a
Just
few
freeze,
times,
no bounce. No bounce.
but never at the
No
level
bounce.
of
Kurt takes.
Darren
Kurt
Molding.
clean. Yeah. No bounce. No bounce. Whoa.
Nice. Good sweep, guys.
Well, he wanted no
15-3.
bounce. He got no bounce. A great
Little unlock
throw.
if you can.
Same way,
That
eh?
really helps to eliminate that other back blue.
Exact same.
He's not shot, but he's in a really good position. It looks like Brendan wants to put one right on top of that.
Yeah, I think he'll want to bounce this a bit, create some separation,
Hair last
so
I got,
that
but
he
it's
can
not a
then
lot.
get
Whoa.
that yellow out of play and bring that one in the 12-foot back in.
Whoa. Close. Close. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Kirk. Kirk. Go, 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 go. Good shot. Very good.
Pretty good shot there. Did create a bit of separation.
High guard.
I think he might have wanted
Yeah.
just a little bit
There.
more, but,
And then he just rips this.
Deeper
but that's
then.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
Or
hard
right on
for
the
Team
corner.
Harty to get
Or
that shot
tap it a
out
bit
of
and
play right
bounce.
now with the overlap
Push it
that
to be there.
Darren just created.
Yeah. If you tap it there,
Then he probably hits
And
and
you
rolls
roll
under.
here.
He probably hits and rolls under again.
that's not easy.
And then we follow him.
Yeah. We just want to whisker this under.
Yeah,
right?
so that it's lined up, right?
If we're on. Yeah, I think that's the call.
Just like
If
here?
you like it.
Just here?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably like there.
I think this side's faster than the intern.
Yeah.
There's no doubt what they want to do. Explained it very well for
Mid
our
rock, forward
viewers.
rock.
Yeah.
Basically a
Maybe a
back
bit
forward
more.
draw. Just
I think that
tap
was good.
blue
Okay,
into
just
alignment.
Yeah.
And then roll out and into the open, but stick
Just
sticking
T-line
around.
weight. Try and just push theirs into the line. And spin off a bit.
It's not an easy shot. That blue rock is overburied from the center guard, and even at that,
It's running pretty
you can
good over
only
here.
see
eh?
probably less than half of it behind the one in the 12
Right
foot.
normal? Yeah.
Have to remember here that Bottcher does have the hammer, does have 3 rocks in the house along the yellow, so need to be a bit careful with this shot. Certainly don't want to make a mistake and give Bottcher a chance to get some multiples
Yep,
here.
yep. Close. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Need to be team.
whoa. Whoa. Hard. Whoa.
Seems to be out there quite a bit.
Kurt, gotta go. Both of you. Okay. Yep.
There it comes. It's
Really
now on
cutting
it.
now.
It is on it. Does he have enough weight to move it a
I
bit?
don't think so, but he's going to stay right
Okay,
on
Jared.
top of it. So that may give him an option on his next one.
But I wonder if Bottcher can get enough of that blue to make 2 yellows go away. Sit 3. That's slash. Ooh, Harty stays there.
If we could throw it with, yeah, back 8 kind of weight. I like that. I like that.
Try and keep our shooter on it
Even back 12.
and roll the shooter.
No, I think we can get there.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that this one's actually going to bounce that inch we need.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
this one's going to kind of jiggle through and we got to get it.
Try and get to the nose with back 12.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You like this?
So it looks like he's going to throw back ring, try to tap his blue into one of the yellows and roll it onto the top of the other just to move the angles around a bit and make sure that Harty doesn't have 2 ways to get at that shot rock.
Room right now.
Easy. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Clean.
whoa,
Clean.
whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
Close.
No. Brad. Hard. Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl. 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 It's good. It's pretty close. Nice shot.
I think he's done exactly what he set out to do. He's overlapped the yellow in the top 4 on the intern side.
We
So
hit.
that
He just
can't be
turns
used.
that. I don't think it ever gets to 6 right now.
I think if he throws 5 seconds.
He can throw it 5.
There you go.
Don't know
A little
if the 6
respect
ever
for
goes
the
further
player
than
there.
Yeah.
8.
That just
So
has
that's
to
in
go farther than
reference
those
to
two,
the
isn't it?
time of the rock
great.
between
Yeah.
the hog lines and
We
5
guard, he draws
seconds on
button for
peel.
How
two.
much can you
Very,
see though?
very
If he hits
fast.
high side, it never.
Not
six
many
never
people
leaves.
can throw that
You can
hard
see
and
just all
If
of
he
it.
knows
let alone
his-
throw it accurately.
But you know, the way those blues are
it's always
overlapping, I'm
close.
not sure that
Right
that
now it
yellow
looks
and
like it
behind's really
doesn't
in
move
danger.
much.
Looks like that number
Yeah, 'cause
2
if we
rock
push it anymore,
owned by
it for
yellow
sure
is
doesn't
not
go on
really
the
going to
six,
go
right?
anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
So just hit
Hack.
and roll here.
Yeah. Roll steep so we're out of the
He's
way.
going to come down and try and bump
Hack.
that
Yeah.
Okay.
yellow into blue, and
You like that?
he'll be sitting 2
Okay.
and in a pretty good situation, I
Yeah.
think. Probably force Bottcher to come wide
Just
on
hack.
that for a
Roll
draw.
steep
Really
out
depends
of
on
the
how
way a
far
bit.
that yellow one rolls away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. If you can hang on to 8 foot back there, that's good.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get his shooter out of there to not give
Just hack.
Brendan anything to come off of.
Yeah, that overlap really didn't help that much.
That should be close, eh? Yeah.
Should be a pretty makeable shot for Harty. From the hack, you can't see much of it, but the way it's curling, with hack weight, I think
Yeah,
this will be close.
Just has to push it out the 4 foot, really. He's only going to move it about 3 feet at the most, maybe only 2
Whoa,
would
whoa,
be enough.
Whoa! Off!
Looks like
Close.
it's out there.
Whoa! Whoa! Josh! Hard, Josh!
They need it to curl. They need it to curl.
Hard, Josh!
Here it comes. It's on it now. It just doesn't have enough of it to make the movement.
Throw it big!
And yes,
Sure
it does.
does.
And yes,
Really
he
nice
moves
here.
it over.
Harty sitting 2 without the
Nice.
hammer.
Good, sweet.
In a really good spot. I think he's going
Can
to
you
force
make
Bottcher to
that?
make the draw.
I can't see it.
You don't have any, hey?
It's a draw. It's a draw.
Yep.
Okay.
So be
It's
careful this
either
draw
that or we
too. He
hit
has
that
to
and give
get.
one.
He doesn't want. He's got to get full 4
not
just to not
bad.
give up. Not give up more.
And it's interesting because after Brendan's first shot came to rest, they seemed pretty pleased with the setup. And now, one rock
It's
later,
not terrible, it's
all
3.
they have is a draw to full 4.
I don't hate it. And
I
didn't,
think it's the smart
and didn't
call.
work out. It's fine. Just, you can throw any weight you want. And
I'll throw peel.
Yep.
So, peel onto the blue, and I think they're hoping the middle blue will drag enough to catch both yellows.
Peel.
All right, Peel. They're going to try this. I guess giving up 1 is, I guess, the tolerance they're comfortable with. And if something does happen that they're not quite sure will, there's
Whoa!
a small chance on maybe
Clean.
getting 1. But likelihood here is that they're going to give up
Clean.
1.
Whoa!
But it's less riskier
Good.
than trying to draw against the 2.
Yeah.
And there we go. So well curled then by Team Harty and forcing the steal.
Nice
and
shot.
just some great curling we're getting exposed to here tonight, eh, Scott?
Absolutely, yeah. Across all 4 sheets, we've got close games going on. And this one in particular has implications. One moves into the playoffs, and one drops down into C, and the other 3, of course, winners move on, and the losers, it'll be the end of their event.
That's right. So over in sheet 1, we've got Van Amsterdam taking 2 and 3, so that puts them up 2-1 on Appelman. Of course, Appelman in the 4th end has hammer. Looking over on sheet 2, Sturmey after taking 2, Kennedy came back with a 1, and Sturmey took a 1, so it is 3-1. And Kennedy does hold hammer playing 4. Over on sheet 4, not sure what the end result was, so we'll give you that in just a moment. But currently, after 2 ends, Meek is up 3-2, and it looks like Jakes did score. They were lying 1, so probably was a score of 1, and we're all tied at 3. And Meek has hammer, but we'll validate that for you in just a moment when they put the score up.
We can get there.
Line's good. Make sure you're good, guys.
Wants this one in. Looking for top 4 here. A bit of a different
Okay, go
strategy
then.
than we've
Line's
seen.
good.
Yeah, I think they try
15-8,
to change
hard.
it up from end to end so that
Full
they,
12, guys. Make sure you're fully in.
wanna see what their opponent's going to do.
Good,
and,
sweet.
And maybe they force them into a strategy they're not comfortable with and can get a mistake.
You'll see Bottcher put up a guard here. Ask Eric Martin to throw that one up.
So corner guard coming here from Martin. And we'll see what Harty does if he goes in, if he taps. My guess is he'll probably throw center guard.
Halfway.
Given the score at 1-1.
Lead's good.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Nice. Good.
Just tight. You got it, Kurt.
Well, that's pretty well where you would have just walked down and placed it. So
Yeah.
what was the call on this one? Did you see where
It
he
was
tapped?
tight center guard.
Tight center guard. Of course, it's 5 proc
Okay,
rules, so
line's
it
a bit
won't be able
tighter,
to
Kyler,
be
yep.
removed, but the other one in the house could be removed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hold
so
it
I
out
think
there.
if anything, he wants this center guard to over curl by an inch. He doesn't mind showing him the outside of the rock, but if it
Just
under
over?
curls, Bottcher will
Yeah.
have a chance to hit and roll behind that corner, which he doesn't want to leave available.
Okay. 19.
That one
probably
just
in a
getting
new
over right on
spot
top of
'cause
the
he was inside the
Qualico
drop.
mixed doubles classic.
Just through.
Let's call that a slam maybe too there, Scott. But
Yeah.
a really high guard. Of course, Brendan can chase that one in the house, which I think is what he will do, but he wants to stick around. Starts to force the play out to the wings, or Harty can ignore it and come around the center, but then we've got game on.
I think if you see him roll out to the wings here, Harty may ignore that.
Get it going.
Curl, 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 curl.
Get it going.
But he's got good weight here. I think the weight's going to be good enough not to
It's
roll
dying.
out, but may not be enough to get the
Probably
yellow
not
out.
bumping it through.
That's okay.
No.
That's a fine shot. Good.
Nice shot.
Very good.
But rocks behind the tee line. As we've always said, when you have last rock, guards and rocks behind the tee line are a good thing. Preferably for the guards, of course, and being on the side.
So Harty chance to just hit and roll a little bit here and sit 2.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Just clean. Just clean. Whoa. Kyler. Hard.
Little down.
Hard, guy. Hard, guy. Hard. Keep going.
Good sweep. Goodbye.
Ho-ho.
Good.
It is
Was
a,
able to sneak that one out.
it's a good thing that it took the turn that it did to get by that back line. but
Yeah, slow rotation. It
Yeah.
curled more than it normally would.
The best would be a big roll. Easy.
Bottcher's going to try and hit and roll behind his corner guard here. The decision will have to be made by Harty then. That center guard that he has is probably too high to be beneficial. So he may have to draw top 12 behind it or chase behind the corner, which I know he won't be excited about.
All right, well, here we are. So we're going to try and hit and roll the center on this one here.
Yep.
Looked like he got that one going out of his hand. So curling a little bit more than they expected. They're trying to hold the line.
Oh, just a rub. It might get a double rub.
It did, but unfortunately, still leaves kind of a corner guard there.
Yeah, a chance to come wide around that yellow and the blue and put one back in the forefoot. So some precise ice, precise shot making needed. And
Come all the way down, freeze to
as I
here.
said, so far in this game, we've been treated to some great shots and great strategy discussions. Gone a little longer than the other games because of it, but education costs.
Yep. I'd like to say that I think pace of play will pick up here, but I think every end is going to be pretty complex and going to force each other to think their way through this game.
Well, we got John, who's from over at Invermere, and he's cheering on Team Harty. Thank you, John, for sharing that. And thank you for the thumbs up. We really do appreciate that. In case you're wondering, Scott Moncoeur, our head commentator tonight. He's been with us all day today, originally from Canmore. He's living in Cochrane, plays at the Calgary Club. Curling Club, and of course, he plays against some of these teams. We've heard him talk about games with Harty and with Meek, a great person to sort of help guide us through this game, and certainly his knowledge of curling, a skip of some renown, at least in the Bow Valley area. I know whenever we have to play him in the Bondsfields down here, we shrug. But certainly great to have you on board, Scott. Thank you for coming all the way up here to Banff to be here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot for the invite. Happy to be here. Great opportunity to get to watch some of the best curlers in the province. And, you know, obviously with no spectators at events like this,
freeze
it's
it right
either
on.
follow the live stream or be a part of the live stream. So here I am.
Yeah, it's a good path though.
Oh, that's great. Usually we're watching you curl, and hopefully we'll be doing that again this New Year's Eve. Why do you say New Year's Eve? Well, because that's where we host the Banff and Canmore together. We'll host the Qualico mixed doubles, and scheduled to happen this year. Obviously with COVID, we don't make absolute plans at this point, but that's the plan anyways, and so far things are looking favorable for that to happen. But first things first, we're running this ATB Banff
T-line, guys, line's good.
Formerly known as the Classic. And you know, great curling here, and it's great having all these wonderful players up to Banff to curl. And we've got amazing weather outside right now, crystal blue sky, and the sun's coming off the white snow-capped mountains. And if I didn't know better, I'd see Santa Claus coming in the door soon. But
yeah, you're right. Quite the snowstorm last night. So Banff looks exactly like most people think Banff looks like in the winter.
Yeah,
but it is only the middle of October.
I think we had 2 days of fall this
year.
Just 2 days. That's a long fall for us.
Yeah.
Knows it right there.
Of course, Darren Moulding about to throw for Team Bottcher, the third for Team Bottcher, and the ice maker at Lacombe Curling Club. He comes down here at that time for the Qualico mix, not to play, but provide a lending hand to the ice makers. Brings that great knowledge, and he knows what those top players want, and he knows how to get it. And certainly it's been great collaborating with him and our ice makers, Jim Comfort in Canmore and Brian Armstrong in Banff, and collectively they've done an amazing job providing the ice, and you can see the results today. This is what the results of that hard work is.
Yeah,
that one just taking off.
I don't know if that was just a quiet handle or if that picked on the
on the same angle. Right?
Yeah, it really took off.
You don't need to bump them, just
think
a little
it
bump's
might
fine
have
though.
picked, they're saying, but
right
it seemed to just more come right across and over. Of course, I always look over at Shannon Clyburn. She's just beside us watching the Team Harty team. Of course, her son playing third there. Try to get a bit of a sense in her eyes from what happened, because you can't see the rest of her face. She's all masked up, as we all are here in the lounge, trying to keep everybody safe.
She did give us confirmation that that was a pick on Darren Moulding's rock. So
there we have it.
Okay, make sure, guys, line's good. Line's good.
Oh, we always hate when something like that happens, but these athletes are able to overcome it. Here comes Clyburn right now, trying to get this one around. He's got a really good shot if he's got the weight. They got to try and drag this as far as they can.
Josh, go. Whoa.
Really good throw in there.
Okay.
All right.
Harty sits 2.
I think I can do it.
Both
I
on
think
the
that
button.
doubles there.
Team Bottcher
Hair
does
of the
have
blue
a
with
hammer
some
here.
Like medium.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, medium.
Darren wants to take this on. You can tell he's pumped up from the missing of the last shot, and he really wants to take this on. Brendan agrees it's there, and you know, we're going to see a really good shot here. Important shot here. You can get rid of both of those and possibly clip the one on the back, and could be lying a couple at the end of this.
Hard.
Got to go hard to get by, though.
You got it.
I think they're going to get by.
Well, Thiesen's really leaning on that broom, and he did get it by.
He did. But it's still over-curled a bit. He picked his own out, back, and didn't quite get the shot rock off the T-line side of the button.
They can get it either way too.
He did end up lying second shot, I believe.
I think he does
he's
here.
out-counting. Well, he is out-counting that back yellow one. The great camera work is showing us that, so did get some good result from that. Harty's going to have to be careful, but looks like he'll play it and roll over.
Then they just have an
That's
easy
a safe
shot there,
shot
though,
for
that
it.
they played a lot.
Is it easy though?
Yeah, it's not. I guess if we just bite top 8 there.
That's the best.
Yeah.
The path's nice.
Yeah. Okay. There.
You got it.
So it looks like they're going to draw in.
I keyed it up for you.
Yeah.
Hitting that second shot rock, if they don't roll to the right place, because that guard's so high, they
Just
know
bite
that,
top 8.
Team
Fully
Bottcher
buried,
will
so
get around and get
don't really
at the
want to
shot
touch
rock.
the
So they're gonna
center.
try and get a second one in there.
Yeah, that was 15-3 on Kai's.
Looks
You
like
got a
they're
top
just
button.
drawing in.
Yeah.
Key here is
Full
getting
way.
into that second
Yeah,
shot,
I
though,
think
and
if I throw
not
the same,
leaving
it'll
that
slide a bit
same
more now
double
that we can get
opportunity.
up there.
So have to be careful with this shot.
Yeah.
Need to get it to second and also not leave the double. And Cassidy Kowalchuk is just reminding us, and yes, Kyler Klyrick that you see there in the house will be playing in the Qualico mixed doubles. Will be playing with his partner Chantel Broderson. A few years ago, they were the Alberta provincial mixed doubles champions, beating another competitor here, Jason Ginter, and his partner Danielle Schmiemann
Line's
in
good. Yep.
the finals.
Yep.
Hard.
Up in Dawson Creek.
Hard.
And where's Jason from? Dawson Creek. Where's Tristan Steinke from? Playing third for Sturmey is from?
Dawson Creek.
Is Dawson Creek more than just a great TV show? Yes, it is.
Was it even that?
Anyways, a big shout out to the people in Dawson Creek. Have created some really great curlers and really great clubs up
Wow.
there, and certainly it's great to have them down here playing in these events and watching their career unfold. And yes, we'll see Clybrink and Broderson playing in the Qualico mixed doubles, and a chance at that event to earn a berth directly into the Olympic trials.
Medium. Knows it.
Yeah,
Back to the game. Do you see a chance for a double here?
I do. I think it's really similar to the one that he just threw. Just navigate that port, and he should be close. But again, that port is pretty small.
It's pretty small. If you kind of navigate it, you kind of make the shot.
Yeah. He's got a much tighter line than Olden was, so I think
Yeah.
they're really going to have to work to get this one through. And they have.
Did it go enough?
Not quite.
You can't sweep it.
Put it same spot.
Only way he gets 3.
Kane's got to be careful
He's got
because those
this
two
right now.
blues are lined up. That if you can get down to it, it is a
Yeah, you
straight
can-
back on it. So
You can see half.
Yeah, he's got that.
Okay.
With like board.
Okay.
it's great awareness
That's
for them to
for
see
a
that
lot.
and understand
Right
it.
here.
So
Or just hit and flip in any and we're good.
it's like
Right? It's a force.
Yep.
It's just
But we do have 2 guards with knowing the path, but just nowhere to put it.
yeah, because we put it here, he's coming over. What if, yeah. Where's the worst spot we put it? Like there and,
Which I don't think we can do.
okay. Yeah, we can't do.
As long as
I
we're
guess if we
half
put it
stopped.
like here, it's fine too.
He could maybe.
Yeah.
what would
yeah.
you do, Scott? What
You
would your
guys
call
seeing
be?
this?
Like just
well,
walk
my
it?
first thought was what,
What?
Jeremy's first thought was hit,
Or
It
guard?
curls really hard, right?
hit
Yeah.
the one on the side of the 12-foot, roll into the 8-foot for second shot.
Only spot we
and then
can't
Bottcher
be
will
is
only
there.
have to draw.
We have to overcurl that.
But if he thinks he can make this draw to the top
Yeah, we haven't
four,
switched
tuck
yet
in a quarter
when we're
rock,
going by.
Yeah, if we switch, it's
That's a fantastic result. It's
problem is
just
we
a
might
much
wreck.
harder
And
shot.
then maybe.
Yeah, so we that's going to be hard, but yeah.
Also seeing an intern.
I don't really know that path as well as this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole team seems to be pretty
Other
comfortable with this
option,
call.
just
Or are we just hitting roll?
other option's this. Force.
People
They
at
might,
home, it's
like,
a great
they might
chance
halfway through
to
that.
They're hoping that we put one here and there.
listen to the strategy session again. We had one in the first
Well, that
end, we
might
did
jam.
one
Other
here
than
in the
that, they're
third
drawing.
end, so
That probably jams, but
or fourth end, I should say.
it's an easy one for him right now.
Why don't we just go for it, boys?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
the way to Banff, right?
Yeah.
We've been going here without a finish.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been end to end, so sleeping.
This is a hair more ice.
That's a hair more?
Yeah.
Okay, go wherever we were. Yeah.
Yeah, we want it just cross center.
Yeah. I give you a foot, 2. Okay.
Okay, so it looks like they have decided, I think, to throw this draw.
Well, that didn't take that long.
It's all there. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Of course, something that people don't often think about, but as you slow your game down and the other games finish and leave, the ice will change.
Yeah.
Not something you want late in the game when lots on the line.
Yeah, it certainly will.
Josh,
as the
hard.
temperature
Whoa, whoa.
out there on that side of the
Close,
glass starts to cool down as people leave the rink. You'll see a little bit more frost creep in, and draw weight will tend to slow down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that one came a little bit deep. And
Yeah.
It looks like that blue
We got to hit all
run
we can
back,
see.
We'll go right
Well, I
into
mean,
the
we'll get
crotch.
one.
And,
All we can
we'll
see
get-
for 2,
we'll get
though.
2.
I think all we can see is almost too much.
Okay. What are you throwing? Peel?
Peel, yeah.
Okay.
I think we're hitting a half,
Yep. Yep.
thick half.
That's just creating a bit of a pocket for them there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they wanted that about a foot and
Out
a half
turn.
higher, 2
Yeah.
feet higher.
Oh yeah. I think if we hit everything we can see, it's almost too much.
So about half a rock on the blue and the 12-foot onto the other blue right into the pocket of the yellows, and they think they'll score 2.
Whoa!
Clean.
Curl! 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 Hard curl!
It's really close.
Good shot.
It's spinning, and it's
So
going to
dead.
be 1 for Bottcher,
That's
Yeah.
right.
which I believe ties the game up at 2 here.
It does. Nobody put the score up down there,
Good.
but we have good memories. So we're 2-all after 4.
Good shot.
Thanks.
Like we said earlier, they probably could have enjoyed a slower meal before coming. We're going to start this game over again. It'll be a 4-end game. All tied up, but you know what? To get here has been some amazing curling by both teams. It just shows you that just comes a little bit too deep, and it gives them the out, almost gives them the chance for 2. Well, it did. It just didn't end up in such. But again, Harty holding his own, and Bottcher, and just 2 great teams out of Alberta, and you'd be proud for either one to win. But obviously, they both want to be the one that wins tonight's game, which is the finals in the B qualifier. Whoever wins gets a chance to go have a nice dinner and stay overnight. And tomorrow we'll play for a minimum of $4,000.
Easy if you can.
And the loser of this game
Got quite a bit of room.
comes
early.
back on at 8 o'clock tonight. So all the more reason for them to
Yeah.
To want to win.
You got a curl.
Get the draw off, go relax, enjoy the evening, and get ready for the playoffs.
That's right.
If they lose, they come back at 8 o'clock. They'll play the winner. Terry Meek
You're good there. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Sheet 4
Good sweep.
in one of those final qualification games.
Yeah, and just taking a peek at sheet 4, Meek scored 1 in 4, so
You
they're
got
up
it.
4-3 on Jake's after halfway point, and Jake's does have the last rock. Taking a peek over at the Appelman and Van Amsterdam game, we have Van Amsterdam taking 1 in 4, so they're up 3-1, but Appelman does have last rock.
Room. Line's
And on
good.
sheet 2,
Top
we'll
4.
have to wait a
Okay, well
minute
done.
because we can't quite see through
Okay,
the.
line's good.
5 people in front of the scoreboard.
That's right.
Okay, switch,
Last I
switch.
looked, Sturmey had a lead of a couple points, so we'll see
Just-
if Kennedy's
just
been
stop
able
it.
to get a couple back.
Okay, yeah, go Josh. Hard. 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 Keep going, keep going.
Bury it, bury it.
Nice sweep. 15-3.
Looks like 3-1.
Oh, they got it.
If I'm seeing
didn't do
that
it.
correctly
They heard
for Sturmey.
15-3 to get to top 8, so.
Scores are up.
So it's pretty much where it's been all day. We've been seeing 15-3 to 15-5 for T-line, really consistently.
It's just full 8.
Sounds like Hark Martin's trying to come around his blue guard and freeze on the
Yeah,
yellow rockets in the 8-foot.
Room.
Saying he's a bit light, so
little
Thiessen's
light.
jumping on it here.
Tight.
Yeah, tight.
Tight and light's not your best combination to have.
but it's often more usable than wide and heavy.
I agree. 100% Scott, well said. And of course, with the type of sweepers we have here and the strength they have, they're able to drag those a long way and hold the line.
It's all right.
3 feet. You got it.
So without Hammer, having 2 center guards now, Brendan's not upset about that.
No, he's controlling the control zone.
Yeah.
You know, he's got those blue rocks in front, easily move back,
Just
short
tight.
run back. So
Okay,
those
go
are good
then.
spots. Of course, 5 guard zone.
Just tight.
So Harty can't
Yep,
deal with
hard.
that. He's got to try and be aggressive in his own way. He's playing out to the wings here and trying to force the play out there.
Well then. Well then. Well.
Sounds like it's light, so they're going to leave it as a corner guard,
You're
which
close,
I know
Kai.
they
Yeah. Get out of the way a bit. Yeah.
was certainly an option to call. So
It's the
so they're gonna be
tolerance.
okay with
16
that,
for.
yeah.
It's the tolerance, as they would say.
Do you like medium?
So similar to Harty not being able to move the Bottcher guards. We're still in the free guard zone, so that Harty corner guard cannot be moved, and I know he'll put it to use at some point here.
Clean. Yep. Gotta go.
So here comes the run back.
Whoa.
Brad Thiessen looks like it's over curled a bit. He's going to punch that through the hole and roll over for another corner guard, not where they wanted that shooter.
Top
to
T
end up.
line.
And now Harty's going to jump on
Where
the
exactly?
double corner guard
Just top
situation that he
T-line.
has and come right around it.
Splitting T is good.
You got it.
He's got to manage the depth of this.
Still just top
rock
12.
So that he
Okay,
doesn't
yeah,
leave
then.
a
Hard
double
line.
off the wide open yellow rock on the
Repeat.
center line.
Hard. Hard line. Hard. Hard. Okay, right to teeth. Line's good.
We're all there.
Kurt, tight. Split T. Nice. Good sweep, guys. Good shot, Josh.
It's a really good shot there for there to be a double for Bottcher. It's going to be pretty thin. Certainly there.
It looked like the double.
Yeah, I think it's probably easy. Spin it over there. Clean.
Weight's good.
Clean.
So not overthrowing this, throwing some controlled weight, giving it a chance to work.
Cut.
Looks like it just curled a little bit too much. Rolled over the top, but did stick around.
Or wrap this other blue. Okay, yeah.
And Harty's going to
Same
come
throw.
right back around that situation he has over there. Try and bury 2 behind the double corner guards.
Same weight.
Okay, line's a bit better. Room. Room. Okay, line's close.
Just above it.
Okay, Kurt. When you can, Kurt.
Just let it dive in there.
Well, yeah, let it dive.
That's really coming in nicely there. Great shot using those 2 corner guards. That will be fully buried. 2 fully buried there behind the yellow.
Let's see. Is that what he threw for? Okay.
Harty with the last rock, forcing the play out to the side, something we haven't really seen yet. Kind of nice to see. These will be new paths for them too, so have to be a little bit careful
Line's good.
as they play these shots to try and make sure they pick up on that ice.
Yeah,
Middle tight.
absolutely.
Line's
The
tight.
situation couldn't be better for Harty at the moment. He's got those completely buried behind the corners. He's forcing Bottcher to chase him around there right where he wants the play to be.
Whoa, don't. Yeah.
And he's come up light. So it just
Just
adds
light.
more protection to those Harty rocks over there. But now the
He's
challenge
got
becomes
just.
how do you
Yeah,
get
he's
more
got it.
behind
Yeah,
there?
he's got it.
But that's
pretty off. Yeah.
At least if, yeah.
I'm thinking we still just go.
Light, but it's still a usable rock
Okay, top
by
eight only.
Bottcher.
Yeah.
But Harty, though, can bury one around this blue over here. And like we said, he's been pushing the play out to the side. So should things not go well near the end, he will be able to use that open
This
draw
is
to the
gonna be
center
tough.
to get out of the end.
Yeah.
Unless you guys see something else. He's running his blue onto our yellows. But it's not easy. Okay. 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 Just top 8.
So 14-5 out here, they're thinking. So a little slower.
Line's good.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard
mean,
to say 14-5 slower, but
Keep it clean.
true. But
Okay, well then.
Stay close.
but all of the play's been on the other half of the
Watch
sheet,
room.
so
Wait
so it
only,
makes sense
top
that this
eight.
would be.
Line's real good.
Just
really
top
want to
eight.
get
Alright,
this
guys.
in, though, of course.
Okay,
Just top
line's
8.
good.
Should that run be made? I
You're
mean, there are
close,
2
you're close,
blue
you're
over
close.
there,
Yeah.
so we want
It's
to make
coming
sure
out the
you've
other
got,
side.
Ready.
if not shot, at least second shot.
Yeah, they're going for top
Nice
8. I
catch,
like to
guys.
bite
Good.
the 4-foot here
15.
and make this the rock that Bottcher plays on.
Good sweeps.
Like to keep them away from those corners.
Just a sliver high.
Yeah,
Okay.
someone was listening to you. Whoever was remote controlling
That's
that rock
right,
in there,
yeah.
I guess.
So straight run back here for Darren Moulding.
Whoa.
Just like Glenn Howard, picked
Yeah.
that up
Yeah.
and right
Whoa.
back down. No dents in the ice. Usually when you see people do that,
Bit of a skid as they put it down.
some scarring.
Yeah.
Well, he removed that, but it certainly didn't touch the yellow. So Harty building up quite the end here. Now he's got to try and decide how to,
Yeah,
how to
almost-
maintain this advantage.
He has
throughout
this
the
right
last,
now.
last 2 shots
Yeah.
for Bottcher.
He's trying to protect against 2 shots for Bottcher. The angle run of his blue into the 2 behind the
Yeah,
corner.
you might. I don't want to push that
And he
over
also
here
thinks
somewhere,
that there's
right?
a double
Just try and
off
push
the
it back
shot
there.
rock into the other yellows.
Way back there. We can sweep it at least.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
I would
just
give
leave
him
him
the
a double.
inside
What if
of
we just
that
put it
yellow
over here and
because
leave him this double over here? He's probably still
He's
plays
doing
this one.
that one
Yeah.
all day. This is killing us,
Because
right?
the other thing is
Yeah,
if
but
he
what if we
does
just-
get over
what if we
towards
just
that
guard it?
double, and I mean he's fully
Is this
buried
the
with 2
dumbest call
blues
in
to
the
run
history of the
in.
world?
Yeah, dumbest call. Yeah.
This
Either
one's hurting us a lot.
So we split it, or we. If we put a tight guard, what's he do? Right? He might. He's
Okay.
running it.
I don't mind being here.
I think.
Sure.
I think
We
just a
can
little.
outcount the 8, just
Like
barely.
it's our own yellow coming in then.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Looks like we've got
So half
another
the
free
rock in the
strategy
12?
session coming
Well,
up.
yeah, we don't even
Class
don't
is
even
in
have to worry about that
session.
because yeah, he's ripping that. So
Okay.
Sounds like they've
Just
decided
tight,
to
so
throw a
it's-
tight guard. And I think he will run this rock that Kyler Kleibrink's about to throw into the shot rock.
And we've seen more and more
Maybe
of
out,
that in this spiel, not just
it's
in this
tough to get
game
there.
or with this team or Bottcher's
Just don't
team,
know
where
anything about it.
a lot more
I'll just
shots
be
seem to be
positive.
made by committee. I
Mm.
know you go
Positive.
back a little ways, and certainly it was more of a Skip calling the game, but there seems to be a lot of collaboration, which is a positive thing, as long as time can be
lines a bit
maintained.
wider.
Yeah, it is a positive thing, but I also think it's a function
Okay.
of this not being a timed event where they know they can get together and
just
chat
clean.
a little more.
Just tight.
They're on
Close.
the clock. I
Really
think the
tight.
skip
Right to my broom, guys.
has an idea,
Line's
takes some
good.
feedback, and is a little bit more decisive.
And as we see in this shot, as in Bottcher's shot last time, it was the first thought. That is what they go with.
Yeah.
Right where we said it should be, it covers that inside, so there is no double. Either Bottcher can chase around that and try and move it back and sit there, or he can run his blue or do a straight draw if he wants.
Try and cue it up too so they can't hit it, hey?
Yeah, the best way to do this would be this way.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
That would
So
give
we
us
got
some play
corner
too. Like
freeze.
if we ever came to here, that would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. This is A1, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to line that blue up so if he can ever get a rock back onto it,
Do you
he
think
can
middle
make
eight's
that
too
double.
much?
Yeah, fired right into the other ones.
No,
Which
I
is why
think
he's
that's about
playing
right.
this turn.
Ballpark, yeah.
Yeah.
Just freeze. Yeah.
We've got scoring update. Looks like Sturmey stole 3 in
Still
the
15,
fourth end to take a 6-1 lead over Kennedy.
Okay. that one was 14-5.
Certainly Kennedy here playing a back-to-back game here on the Sunday. Losing earlier today.
Line's good. Little bit. Line's good.
Looks like
Line's
Sturmay's
good.
rest is paying off. Big steal of 3. Not sure how it happened, but certainly it's blown that game open, and
Okay, well,
going to force Kennedy here to have to get
Roll,
aggressive and
curl,
try and score back,
curl.
and that can also work
curl.
the other way on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Brennan Bottcher coming up light on that outturn draw, which is giving Harty a chance to sit 4.
Okay, so then we line it up. Oh no.
I'm less scared of the freeze than I am to him drawing button.
Right there then?
I didn't hear any comments either. as
If
to
we
why
rub
that,
this,
that was so.
Might be okay. Just
Yeah,
a hair.
If you're a hair light, it's fine because we can run it onto the freeze.
Okay. Yep, I like that. Just top 12. If we rub that 5, do we ever make a big enough hole for him to?
Nope, not if you just dust it.
Okay.
Looking over on sheet
That's
one
probably
quickly
we need
while
more,
they
I
make
think.
this decision.
So we want to be just on this side of line.
Got a tie
That's
game
for center
after
line,
a
I think.
steal
Okay.
by Van Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Sorry, by
got it.
Van Amsterdam. Appleman getting a 2. So after 5, it is 3 all. They're
It's not
playing in
12.
6, and Van
Both 12.
Amsterdam has the hammer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if we're tight, it's not bad.
So Harty's
be
decided
a
to
good
throw
spot.
a similar shot to Bottcher, that outturn draw. He wants to put it top 12. Really choke off any chance Brennan Bottcher has of getting into the forefoot and forcing him into that angle run, I think.
A little light.
Line's really good.
Top 12.
Just top 12, guys. Line's good. Line's good. Just top 12. Line's good. Whoa. Whoa.
Josh for a minute. Josh for a bit. Okay, now Kurt. Gotta be top 12.
All right, guys. Keep it going.
That's good.
Hard.
That's really good. That's good.
Well, I
Nice shot.
don't know if I should be telling this to everybody, but Ron Fell, who was watching us earlier
Nice, good
today
see.
down in Mexico, was heading to the beach earlier. So he's just let us know he's back. Must be back to get cooled
I'm
off,
just
maybe.
thinking that
And
they
he's
wouldn't
back
really have-
watching, and
'Cause if we played
a
this,
couple of
our
suns
shooters
and
going
some
there, then they can make that
sunglasses,
run
and
double.
obviously having a great
But if
time.
we
Ron, we're
play
really
that,
glad you
what
could
does he
enjoy
run
some
back?
winter weather with us, watching curling
can't hit
when you
that
take
on
a
the
break
nose,
from the
eh?
beach.
If we can chip this one in,
See, I think
Barbara
if
from
we play
Sudbury,
this, our
thank you
shooter's
for,
here, and then he
for
can make
joining
that
us.
double.
And, we're here tonight again, 8 p.m. our time, and then tomorrow at 10 and 2 as well. So there's 3 more games, so feel free to join us for all of those. We'll
just
bring
don't
you
think
this
it's a
live
gimme
streaming
that
and
we're
bring you
getting
updates
shot
from
here.
across the sheets, but more importantly, bring you some tremendous curling from these wonderful athletes
oh, sorry,
out here in Alberta
sorry, correction.
who are
I don't know if it's a
competing
gimme if
for
we're
the
on the nose. I don't know if we're
ATB
second or
Banff
third
Classic,
shot.
the inaugural, the first ever, soon to be a slam.
We'd have to get we'd have to get a little inside, I think.
Certainly can't be high.
So not a lot of great options here for
Not
Bottcher.
a lot of room.
He has that angle
is that
run
shot tougher?
of his tight yard into, he could tap it or he could run it into the ones behind the corner.
And then it's an open draw for
And he's
5, yeah.
really hoping to give up 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to find a way to.
You're not, that's not. That's probably good.
If we
Yeah.
can get second shot, he doesn't have an easy draw anywhere.
So they're talking
All right, a little
about
peek
intern
over
It-
here
it
on
curls.
sheets 1 and 2. Some great camera work. Chance to see the other games that are going on while we wait. While the tutorial number 3 is happening. Why not? And thank you very much to our camera crew for
I think
recognizing
we could
that and
probably do it.
showing some of these
Okay,
shots.
let's do it.
And looks like they've come to a decision here
So,
on their sheet.
remember the other
Oh,
end, we
or
were
they're
going
down
around
to,
all that stuff
down to a
wide.
2-person class.
And I think we were like in here.
Does not look like that.
So
yeah.
I think they've decided on freeze
Okay,
on
bud.
the shot rock
It's all line.
and
Yeah.
force Jeremy
Yep.
into a tough shot for 2. But if he bounces this off or wrecks on the
I think it'll
guard,
be a little nicer
we'll
out here.
heard them
Still quite
say
heavy.
free draw for 5.
That's right. You know, if he bounces off, it's a hit for 5.
Yeah.
If he's tight with the guard. I mean, Scott, you've played at a top level here in Alberta, and you know, you just threw that last one. Got to be 6 feet short of where you wanted to be. What's in your head right now, knowing you've got to come on a bit of a new path and a little bit more weight?
Yeah, I think at this point in an event, Skip is pretty confident in draw weight, so the miss isn't going to bother Brendan very much here. And he's got 2 world-class sweepers, so I think he would have put that out of his mind pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're liking it. They don't want to put a brush because it's heavy.
Never mind. Curl.
That might even come around it.
That
What a
is
great,
as good
great
as you
game
can make
saver.
that.
Good.
Wow, I think it even.
You know, Hector curled.
I mean, that.
It might be second shot.
Is their second?
Yeah.
You know they're going to put a marker on
It's
it.
not
That will take
this
time
one into
too.
this.
This
But you
one.
know that they're going to have to put
I
a
don't
marker
think
on
I
it.
can
Let's
see
see what he
enough.
does
Right,
first.
Can't see any.
I tell you,
aim
that's
into
when
it.
you turn over to your skipper and give him a couple pats on the back and say
1-6.
thanks.
For 3.
Just way wide to.
It's fine because you never give up.
Yeah, it's just.
2 would be awesome. This is a bit Hail Mary.
This is for 4.
For 4?
I think just the angle of it. Yeah, the angle, it's not great. Yeah.
Well, you're hearing them say even just getting 2 is great.
Or else
It's late
we-
in the game
need
and a
quite
2
a lot
spot.
of
We can probably top this one in
Good
for
when you're in
2.
a game
Like
like
we
this.
just got by the
it's
yellow,
the
right?
2
I think
isn't
this
that
is
easy.
easier.
He's got to
Okay.
go really
I-
wide and put
yeah.
it right on the tee line, right where he just tapped
don't
his
think
broom
it's-
there.
That turn was a bit difficult.
So
Yeah,
if he sees
that's
an
gonna be hard
angle
too, right?
run in or a double angle run, that's
We had
not
a good
that
end.
much
Let's
harder
do it,
for
yeah.
four.
Not bad, right?
If it-
I think
Actually,
that they're
if
probably
you-
going to take that option.
yeah.
Hit
If I,
it right on there, they get 1.
Yeah.
It should spill a bit. Should spill, we get 2.
it's just if we ever hit the 5, it might be them 1, but that's 1 or 1.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's third, right?
Right, looks
Yeah,
like
we're
they're
gonna
going
get
to
just
go
over the
double
top,
raise.
Right here.
Yep.
The feeling is that at that angle, they just can't
Right
hurt
on the 8.
themselves.
Should be straight.
right?
Yeah.
With that many rocks
Got
up
it.
there, I'm sure there's a way. But
Well, the feeling is that just by contacting the blue, it moves away, and it's
Yeah.
not second by much. So the reward of potentially getting a 4 or at least a 3 spot, I think, is what's enticing.
Peel. Yeah.
Of course, the minute we say
Right
they
on that
can't
line,
hurt
it's pretty
themselves,
close.
you just don't know what might happen.
yeah, I worry about hitting that yellow too thin and driving the blue back into those corners, the shot that Brendan Bottcher was looking at earlier in the end.
Yeah.
I think that's the only risk, but pretty unlikely.
Well, you know what? They have shown to be a bit risk averse, so I don't think Harty would let himself get talked into a shot like this if there's high risk. So.
It looked like he was pretty tight, but they are holding it out there. This is close. This is really close.
Beauty, Jer.
For
Oh.
2.
2.
Great shot for
Yeah,
2.
fantastic.
Just to see it and to make it.
Yeah.
Well, Harty, great job there. Of course, up 2 against Bottcher doesn't
Nice. Good end.
pull you away very much, and you know that they're going to come back. And I think if you look at Bottcher, he's actually quite happy because that end was not
Yeah.
setting up. There was a chance on his last shot to give up 5, and he made it. And then Harty came right back and made a bullet himself and got his 2 and earned it.
Yeah,
Just shows you
absolutely.
how much hard work has to go into just getting 2 at this level of game. So some great curling were being shown here by both teams, and it's just great to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big 2 points in the 5th end. So Bottcher has hammer in the even end, but that 2 points is certainly the advantage, and Harty's in control here and can decide how he wants to play this end.
Yeah, the only thing Bottcher's got going for him, besides a lot of things, that's kind of a wrong statement, is that he's got the 6 and 8 to score in technically against 1 and 7, so he does have that extra end.
Line's good. Full 4, guys.
So looks like with a 2-point lead, he's going to bring this first rock in. Try to
Line's tight,
simplify
yep,
the
yep.
end. Harty would
Okay,
love a
make it
blank
tight.
end here.
Make sure it's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Flip the hammer back to 7.
Okay, Kyler clean.
And he'd be fine with a force.
16-3.
So, there's a couple good options here for
good.
Harty. But they've left this one short, so that might force his hand a bit. Force him to get a little bit more aggressive, depending on what Brendan does here. Looks like he's going to throw the corner guard and go for his 2 here in the 6th.
Yeah.
Your line's good.
I think we got to go a little. That's all right.
Halfway. Little high. Brad. Line's good. Halfway. Halfway. Line's good for halfway.
Really good
Nice
sweep
card.
down
Very
there.
good.
Nice way to guide that rock to halfway.
Good.
Just what they wanted.
You like
Right
same
by
card?
one of those loonies.
No.
Nope, me neither.
You got it, Kurt.
No, going to come in again, Harty here. Try and put one in top 4.
Yep.
And on sheet 2, looks like Glenn Kennedy just
Clean, Josh.
threw the house for the blank
Go,
end.
go, go.
So
Wait's
it
great.
remains
line's good.
down
Line's
6 to
good.
1
Go.
against
Line
Sturmey.
only. This one's sliding.
With 2 scores to 1.
We're still top button.
Whoa,
need a
it's
big end.
overbearing. Whoa.
We're top button.
Just
Whoa,
to
right
get
up.
back in the game.
Coming out the other side.
Uh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 14-3.
Go
Okay.
a little
I
bit
guess
deep
the
and
other
peek
turn.
out the other side.
Very on the
other
other
side,
side,
yeah.
yeah.
Go around the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Bottcher like that. Something behind the line's good for
I don't
him.
mind this either.
It's full 4.
He's going to leave his corner guard out there and come around the center guard, go top 4. Now that he's got that backing back there.
I got light.
Line's good.
Oh, yeah.
We're probably a
I
little
don't
tight.
know. He added.
Top 8. Line's good. Top 8.
Hard,
Line's good.
hard, hard.
Top 8.
It'll curl here.
Line's
Top
good.
8. That's what they're looking for.
Line's
Top
great.
4 ideally.
You got to be half in the 4. That's good. That's good. Nice shot, Kark. Very good.
No, that's what he wanted. Really good throw.
Nice
Yeah,
shot.
perfect spot.
Think we got it this way, eh, now?
Yep. You got it, Josh. Still.
Harty's going to corner freeze with the other
Okay.
turn.
You got it.
So with that first rock of the end coming short of the rings, this was the result. A couple
'Kay.
rocks behind,
Just
and now
there.
it's a race
Close.
to set up the
Yeah, we're
angles. And
T-line.
Yeah.
Okay.
T-line.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Bouncing.
whoa.
2 feet.
Whoa. Kyler. Hard. 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 Keep going.
Please poke it out in the open. It was a little bit heavier than they wanted.
Okay. 14-1.
He could hit those and try and roll over to his corner guard if he wanted. You know, you don't want everything bunching up in the 4 foot either.
No.
It really short.
Try and roll away a rock.
Scoring zone, even though they're behind the T line or one is.
Medium.
I think that's exactly what he's called here. Hit and roll away. Try to get behind the corner, but just roll away.
Clean. Well, clean.
It's okay if he doesn't get
Yep.
rid of that second yellow.
Yep.
I mean, the first one he's going to hit because it'll be behind the T line and be helping him. Might even roll over with him.
Great shot. Very good.
And there it is.
Nice shot.
Great shot there.
Just get rid of that blue and
Curly
roll under the
berry.
guard.
So was able to use his corner guard there and get one in.
You got it, Josh.
Harty now is going to try and remove the other blue and roll him behind center using his guard.
Yep.
Board up.
Yep.
Hard. Sweeping right out of his hand.
You got
there.
it. Hard. Hard. You got it. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard.
Hard sweep all the way down here. Looks like a good shot. It's going to
Yeah,
overroll it, but that's okay. It's a bit of a pocket
See,
over there.
good throw. Well, good sweep.
That worked out really well for him.
Does it go under the blue, the yellow?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Bottcher's trying to roll pretty far here. He doesn't want to leave it
I think the
back
weight's
button.
firm.
No, yeah.
Yeah, if he rolls it pretty far, I think Harty's going to have to deal
No,
with
you
it.
can do it with medium.
And then it should be
Medium.
should be an exchange of stones and a good chance for a 2 here for Bottcher because of that perfect roll behind the corner 2 rocks ago.
Off the hair.
Clean. Yep.
Hold it. Nice shot.
Oh,
There's
great
the
shot.
double and the roll away right to where he wanted to go.
Some trouble now.
You
Yeah,
heard
Ward.
Harty there under his breath say, trouble now.
Yeah.
You can recognize it.
So he can chase behind that
If we freeze it, it ends the end as well.
that corner, but if he hits the open one,
Even if you rub, though, it's okay.
You know he's going to draw around that.
It's
that center, yeah.
Well, draw
we can
around
see
the
it
corner,
now, but
sorry,
it
yeah.
is
yeah.
pretty much fully buried.
Or else
He could try to peel the corner into the one that was just
If
thrown.
they don't miss, so they get
if we
free.
stay in the 8-foot, we're shot.
Sure, keep it easy. I can still hit it on my next.
Looks like they've decided to hit the open one, roll a rock, and stay shot rock, which means Bottcher will have to deal with it at some point to bring the other one
Got
into
room,
play.
got room.
Whoa.
Room.
Alright, this one's right out there, but
Kurt.
it's in a good
Hard.
spot. Should be coming back.
Hard,
Kurt.
Kurt. Hard.
They do want to
Hard.
get more of a
Hard.
roll, though, if they can. They got to bring that over.
And it's gonna
You
roll
don't want to
away.
roll out because that will give him a chance to bury another.
Yeah, he's gonna go open again. I thought there was a chance he might try to loop another one around the corner.
14 and a half.
I think just probably recognizing the hitting ability and the chance that they both go, and this keeps it spread. You know, he's got 2 ends to one to score, so getting the deuce, he wants to ensure he gets that.
Yeah.
Rather than get too greedy
Line's
going
good.
for 3. And he puts it here, and he could get a jam. That's another way to bring the 3 in.
Curl if anything. Curl if anything. Whoa.
Right down to it. What a great shot.
That's a good shot. Very good, Darren.
Not easy coming out to those wings
it's
and
your
down to
shot,
a
right?
back of the house rock.
Hardy's kind of has that same decision that he
I'm
had
good with
the
either. I
last
like
rock.
either board, though, or freeze. Right? Make sure.
Dead freeze or board.
Yeah. Whichever you can see. Like,
Should be nice draw ice.
okay.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to draw down to it.
Yeah,
Let's make
yeah.
this
I mean, he
worse.
makes this.
Yeah.
He's out of the end. He's out of
There's
trouble.
curling here.
He misses it. The trouble gets worse.
So just be
This is
ready on
definitely the
sweep.
more aggressive call. The other option they were looking at, which is a board weight hit, they could have aired and at least taken the guard off, and then probably had a chance at a double to give up 2. But
Here's a critical shot.
Lines?
Chance
Lines
to get out of
fine.
the end, but also a chance to set
Yep,
up a
Josh,
big end and
Josh.
not made.
Line's
So
fine. Line's fine. Whoa. Off.
has to curl, but I'm confident it will based on what we've seen here this week.
Whoa.
yeah. Weight looks really good. That's coming over really nice, but they do need to keep it out to shot rock. They don't want to over lose it or lose it over or whatever you call that.
And
That's close.
that is really close. We're going to get a zoom from our camera experts over here.
Did you get a time?
We're shot.
And it looks like blue.
Yeah.
They just lost it at the end, but still a pretty good effort.
Top 4, top
And
8.
it does outcount the other
Yeah.
blue, so
Oh,
at least,
eight?
it's not a shot in there for 3.
Yeah.
So we wait for the rock to come down. Just looking over, Ted Appleman scoring 1, or I guess Team Appleman scoring 1 and 6. So as they head into 7, Appleman's up
We're a little
4-3
tight.
on Van Amsterdam. Of course, Van Amsterdam does have the hammer. Meanwhile, over
Hold
on
No,
I
good
think
call.
it's Van
Whoa.
Amsterdam that scored the point.
Yep.
no, in the 6th end.
Yep.
Hate to argue with you, sir, but in the 6th end, blue
Whoa.
belonging to
I don't know what to do
Appleman
with
took
this.
1, so 4-3 Appleman. But Amsterdam does have the hammer.
I hate to argue with you, but that's Appleman throwing yellow rocks right now.
Like I
Just
was
board.
saying, Appleman throwing
Runs nice.
yellow right now is
Just put like
he's
the
got a
swing
hammer,
center.
and you know, apples aren't yellow. That's throwing me out here. You know, it's hard to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
if
I
it
won't
ever-
argue back, Scott.
it
You know,
might
it took
make
me
it
2
easier for
tries
him
to look at
to
it.
get
but,
that one back into play,
You
right?
think I'd recognize the
we
people
just
by
sit
now?
here,
But
he
you
just
are
rips.
right, Scott Monker, not just a great curler, he also has better eyesight.
It's not
And
easy
he's
to
right.
notice.
It is Van Amsterdam who scored the single in 6.
Yeah, I think we
He's
just
up
roll perfect
4-3,
buried.
but Appleman going into 7 does have that. Did I get that right?
I think you got that one.
He's got the hammer, right?
Appleman has the hammer.
Screwdriver and
Okay.
the saw
Yeah.
too, or just the hammer?
Just the
Just
hammer.
board, yeah.
Okay, like to check on that.
Just board, flip under center.
As we mentioned, still
Stay close,
6-1 Sturmey over Kennedy.
Yeah,
Kennedy with the hammer.
Yeah.
And they are playing the
yeah, same.
6th. I think so.
Yes. That was a blank end.
Yeah. And sheet 4, we're all tied up playing the 6th end. With a single by Jakes in the 5th.
There's a great close-up of Harty coming out of the hack.
Curve.
Nice
Clean.
release.
Whoa.
Collar
Clean.
down on the sweep.
Clean.
Whoa then.
Well then.
Josh.
On
Hard,
this
Josh.
curl. Needing this
Kurt.
curl.
Kurt. Hard Josh. Hard Josh.
Gonna roll into the situation
Josh.
over here, and
Okay. Good.
that worked out really well.
Yeah. Pretty great.
He could run his blue back, but oof.
He could, but I think no matter what, he's losing that
I think
black.
we have to get rid of the
that
yellow and
back
the blue,
blue.
and try and make the roll. That one's gonna stay, but
There's a great view of it right there, what's going on.
unless you just
Of course,
want to
on
go
the
right
right
around
side,
the
you
middle
can
and
see
try
where
for
that
the
That's
guard
what I'm
is.
thinking.
Hardy's done a great
I
job
think we
to
could
sort
probably
of
throw firm and get it
take
out.
away an end that was building really
That
well
yellow one's hitting
for
a
Bottcher.
third of
and
that other one. It's not
just some
hitting that
tremendous
much of it.
curling here. Someone gets a small advantage, and the other team makes great shots and takes it away from them.
medium. Probably we can make the roll at.
Yeah. I think that's probably the shot.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to sacrifice kind of everything behind the
Even
corner.
if
and
the
try to
main thing
roll
we gotta
towards
hold
the
our
center.
shooter.
Firm?
Well, it keeps the multiple in play if he gets
Yeah.
one of those yellows and unlocks it. But it
If
will
we
take
hit what
2
we can see,
shots.
we're gold.
Of course, we'll need some help from Harty.
We
to
just
make
gotta
that
get
happen.
get to what we can see.
And he has been very helpful this game.
No,
Not for Bottcher.
not for Bottcher. So there he goes, trying to get as much of this as he can. Both yellows should
Clean,
go. I
yeah.
think the black
Whoa,
black
whoa.
blue will go as well.
Clean.
And leave Bottcher sitting 2 if he hits this correctly. He's gonna get by the guard by more than he wanted to.
Well, that
But
worked
the
out.
result is exactly what he wanted.
Real good.
And he almost
So
rolled
two.
it perfectly.
Yeah, and he lies too,
Yeah.
more importantly.
Doubles there, Jeff. I guess it jams some of the time. but
Yeah, a
doubles
lot of the
there.
time. But
I think
'Cause most of the time.
all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
okay.
Unless
Yeah.
you want to just make a group. Let's make the roll then.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
Board?
That's a
Yeah.
shot I would have played.
This
Yeah.
spot's a bit curlier
That
than
scares
that
me
other
when I
side.
say that. I'm playing it, but the,
I know that's the weird part.
I think Bottcher would have liked the other one.
Yeah.
He was kind of hoping for the other one
Just
to be
board.
called, but
I think it curls a little more on this side, so.
Clybrank's still looking at the double. He really likes it.
Yeah.
But they're going to stick with the hit and roll under. So Harty throwing pretty quiet weight here. Hacker, hacker board. Make sure he sticks around
Clean.
and makes the
Clean.
roll.
yeah, gotta make sure he gets by that
Whoa,
top
whoa,
two.
whoa!
She's got to remove it.
Josh, go! Josh! Josh! Hard! Roll it
They're trying to now roll it over on top of the other one.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
I think they're going
Oh,
to.
wow, look at this shot.
Sorry, guys.
Just like they drew it on the telestrator. Plan B.
And now that
You
they're
gotta draw
touching, I think
Well,
a
or
nose
blank.
hit would
Yeah,
actually
actually,
spin the middle
probably
blue
blank,
out, so I don't think it's there for 2. I think
Might
he's
just
forced
go
the
for
draw.
blank. Well, or he plays for the
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah.
The other option.
Yeah.
Okay, let's blank.
As long as he
There
gets
you
it on
go.
the outside.
The
yeah.
triple and blank, you know. You see it every Thursday night in your league, probably.
Well, you know, if I was there Monday night, I'd certainly give it a go, and I'd use one of the bumpers, though.
Come off of it.
Yeah, I would. Yes, I would.
Okay.
You gotta be pretty thick.
Pretty thick.
Yeah, like if you, a half is a quarter, we're no good.
There you have it. We want a half.
Yeah.
Clean. Yep. Yeah. Hot. Whoa. Whoa.
Sounds like it's probably close.
Yep.
And there it is, the triple
goes.
and blank. Pretty standard.
Yeah. Well, Harty had a fortunate roll out of that, and
Yeah,
Bottcher
yeah,
was able
two.
to use it to get out of the way. So what was building as a strong end for Bottcher, Harty was able to eliminate with a great shot and a fortunate shot.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 2 rolls that were absolutely perfect by Harty. One called and one not, but he'll take both of them.
So after 6 ends
Could have hit it even in
and
here, then
almost
maybe brought it around.
2 hours, we are still 4-2 for Harty. Bottcher will have hammer going into the 7th end.
Yeah. Yeah, we're coming up, Steve, you and I, we're coming up on 12 hours. It'll be 11 hours here in the club in a couple minutes. So it's been a lot of curling, but it's been enjoyable to sit next to you and watch him call the games.
Oh, thanks. We're going to get a quick sneak peek over here on sheet number 4. Trying to double out. Will it go far enough? Not quite. I don't think. I think it's hanging around. Want to leave him a hit for 2. I think Terry Meek to take a 2-point lead after the 6th end over there.
Line's good.
Good top 4.
Okay, so Harty to lead off the 7th
Line's
end
good,
here.
guys. It's all you. Make it good. It's in the slide path.
Curtis Gawler. Looks like he's been called to put this
14-7.
in
Should be close.
top 4.
We'll have a replay of last
Nice.
end's beginning.
Good sweep, guys.
While we do that, we'll give a bit of a shout out. We've had Hugh and Cheryl Burton here for the first 2 draws every day. They'll be back tomorrow for the first 2 draws, our last 2 draws. Thank you for everything you've done during this event. Hugh and Cheryl, wonderful couple of Canmore. Not only are they great members of that club, but they're great volunteers in Canmore and have supported Banff over
Line's
the years.
good.
So thank you very
Halfway.
much. Dennis Graham, who's here right now, and he's been here all day as well. Another great member and volunteer out of Canmore, has been involved in organizing the
Line's fine,
Qualifier
just
mixed
get it
doubles
halfway.
too. And he's here, of course. You, Scott.
Keep
Nick
it moving.
Sardines here. He's doing the live scoring. So if you're keeping up to date on the scores on Curling Zone, then that's thanks to Nick. And of course, our wonderful audio visual team, technical director Thomas Olver. We've got our camera crew, Jamie Olver.
Same
He's
way
bringing you
with
those
more
great
promotion
close-ups. He's
time.
also
You got it.
flashing over to sheets 1, 2, and 4 to keep us up to date on what's going on. And of course, on the audio mixer, making sure that we're not too loud, we're not too soft, and we don't go deaf, is Annette Young. Might be related to Desmond
Yep,
Young.
Josh, hard.
Might be related to me.
Hard, Josh.
This is our date night. We're spending it here together
Hard, Josh.
I'm
on the
glad-
live stream.
I'm glad you invited me to join along.
Okay. Whoa, over curling. Whoa.
So Harty did go in with his first.
Okay.
Bottcher threw up the corner
Good.
guard.
15-5.
and Harty's gone in again. He's gone top 12 here. But set up the angles so that Bottcher can't easily make that double and roll
Thing
behind
is,
the
once
corner.
we peel that corner, we can go around the 2 yellows back, eh?
The higher the better.
I think Bottcher knows time's running out a little bit. Still down 2 playing the 7th, so he's going to ignore those 2 racks and go right around his corner.
I think he really wants to force something to happen here. It's easier to get your 2 and steal an 8 than it
Yeah,
is to
I
go
got
8
like-
and get your 2 like we talked about in the
Yeah, go
previous
ahead.
draw.
Yeah.
That 8th end is most of the time a
Hard line.
free-for-all because it doesn't matter if you give up 6 or 7
Little
or
light.
8.
Tight. We're just
Well, I guess it does. It's
Double
a
guard,
photo
double
op.
guard. Go, go,
Yeah.
go, 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 go.
It's okay. You got to keep going though.
So it sounds like they're light.
Yep, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. That's a good shot.
I get double corner out of it.
We can use those yellows too.
Oh,
Just
right.
on the loony?
Sheet 2, we have a score of 1 by Kennedy. So not what he would have wanted in that end, but it still moves it in the right direction.
sure
They're
all
now
the way out
down
there.
6-2
You
with
got it.
2 to play. So obviously going to need to start the stealing game here.
Two. Okay, line's good. Line's good. Wait if
So
you can.
Harty's going to stay aggressive here. Free guard zone. He can't peel those corners yet, so he is going to run up there and throw
Wait's nice. Line's
a
good.
center line guard
Right to my brim.
on the 2 rocks that he has
Got
in the
split
house.
center, guys. Kind of got to help me here. Yeah, switch.
Kurt, go.
Go. Hard. 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 Hard, Kurt. Hard. Keep going. Okay.
Good
sweep.
spot.
17.
All right, well, certainly clogging up that area for Brendan, but he's going to come off that yellow and
Hack.
push it to the open and
Get
set
right
the
under
angles
there.
better in the middle and use it to flop in behind his double corner guard. So put those to good use, of course.
Yeah, he'll have to now because I think he knows Harty's probably going to run up there and peel them here at his first
Clean.
opportunity.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
This one is
Clean. Yep.
this one looks pretty good. Looks to be curling pretty quickly.
Come on, come on.
Gotta go hard.
Alright, they got it by. They're
Gotta
going to
get
make
it
the
over.
roll. They're
That's a
going
good
to.
shot. Very good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
they're
Yeah,
really
one
good.
in the open, one behind the
Yeah.
tee line, and they got that stagger.
buried.
It's access, but tricky little shot.
What do you see in Josh? What do you see in board or control or board? Okay.
I like board.
Yeah, good communication. You want to make sure you know what you're throwing.
Should move a
Yeah,
bit.
and sometimes
got
as a skip, you think they can see more
Yeah.
or less than they actually can from the hacks. You have to get the throwers' input with what weight they think they can throw and make based on what they can see.
Yep.
It was great. We didn't have
Yep.
to have a committee meeting to do that.
Hard, you got
Right.
it.
Yeah. Well, we're due for one this end, so
Hard. Hard. Hard, sit on it, hard. Hard, right to it, hard. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Block that double. Nope.
Nice.
Well, nicely done there. Moved that dangerous rock, but also didn't set up the doubles, he said, and possibly, well, I think he blocked that double because you wouldn't take that on.
I think we
You
freeze
wouldn't, but
one.
doesn't mean they wouldn't. Looks like they're going to try and draw around and freeze.
yeah, it's looking a little bit like you'd expect an eighth end to look. Bottcher's really taking some chances here with some of his calls, but
We'll have that later.
I
we'll
like
see
the
if he
freeze.
settles on that.
Yeah. I think 14 and a 3, 4. Yeah.
So I've decided to throw the freeze on the shot rock. It's really going to shrink the scoring area for Team Bottcher with Harty back button and almost biting forefoot, but I'm sure one of the best teams in the world has a plan for this.
Make sure you're here. Line's great. Line's great. It could curl a bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
It's going to sit.
Nice
That was
shot.
a great shot. And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
The only negative for them is that
Yeah,
scoring
which
zone
turn?
is
What's that?
about a millimeter or two. And if Harty can lock one on top, maybe very difficult for them to get there too. But
Yeah.
there's certainly options, and a guy like Brendan Bottcher, a real student of the game, a real master of chess, will certainly be able to figure this out.
Room.
If there's a way to figure it out.
Room.
Line's gonna be
Room. Kurt.
Weight only.
Harty likes the line. The sweepers seem to like the
Hard,
weight.
Kurt. Just Kurt. Go.
Looks like they need
Just
some
Kurt.
curl
Hard, Kurt.
here.
Yeah,
Hard,
really
Kurt,
trying
keep
to
going.
bend it
I
over.
think this line's looking pretty good.
Hard, right to it.
Go,
Hard.
boys, go.
Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Nice sweep.
A little bit of room there
15
to
sweep.
wiggle around, but a really good shot. But I think Bottcher can play a quarter of that top yellow and get in there and bounce around a little bit. He's going to need to. He's got to
Yeah.
really start to open some things up. But there you go, that quarter
Yeah.
shot. I I think removes quite a bit of yellow. Probably unlocks that yellow behind the blue, and he thinks it'll just spin up.
Yeah,
or
that's
sit
the
right
shot.
there.
How much am I hitting?
Thin half.
Okay.
Well, it's quarter, isn't it? Thin
Yeah,
half's quarter?
yeah.
That's about what we're talking
Thick
about.
quarter.
Half, you're
Thin
just
half.
touching the top of this one.
2 nickels and a dime. That's, you know, we got this adding up.
I think it's a firm, a good firm.
Firm.
All right, so I think we're
good
gonna see
firm.
the old school lift here, backswing. No, just only on peel, I guess, for Mr. Molding.
He lifts up. He just doesn't pull the rock with him on that. He just to curl a bit. They want to get a half.
Yep.
Get it under.
A little bit thick, but rolled it up under the corner guards, and they're definitely shot now. If it was close before, they're definitely shot.
That's
Who
right.
shot?
They shot
However,
one.
however, Harty has one on top and one
And
below.
one behind.
And there's still 3 rocks. A lot of movement
got
can
that
happen, but they've
block
got
the
that
hole.
one underneath, and it is
The hole they can only hit our yellow.
ahead of the
right?
back yellow one.
This hole, what do they have?
Just hit this. Ah,
Doesn't their blue go?
yeah, blue goes. Nothing.
So guard the
Nothing over there though. either.
guard nothing.
They got the hard right here.
At least it's our color. It's 1 for them.
We can try and put another one in it, but it might not help any.
I don't know, Jer, honestly. Hole.
Rip one.
The thing about the hole is they can sit another behind the guard and then maybe make a crazy shot.
Okay, so maybe block
No
that then.
timeouts here, but
Try and
This
block.
one they
sounds
can
like
go
they
in the
wish they
corner,
could
tap it
they could ask
with
somebody.
no consequence because that jam's right there.
Yeah, but
So they
then
move that
then we
there.
might have double guards if we put that up, right?
True. Guard the hole.
I think, but you want to guard a piece of the 3 just so they don't
All
have
right,
that
while
one
they
shot.
make that decision, we're
I
just going
think
to
the
say
run
thank you to
helps us. We'll be
sponsors, to
sitting one after it.
ATB,
Okay.
they're
We
the
can almost
sponsor of
run.
this,
Right
the
there?
ATB
Yeah.
Banff Slam. We've also got the Banff Curling Club and the Canmore Curling Club, lots of volunteers here, and of course Banff Curling Club giving up
Just
their
a
ice.
guard. I think this
Town of
way,
Banff for enabling this,
Which way?
allowing us to put it on,
Yeah.
and supporting us here in this
Just over
wonderful
center.
building, and with some
and a
great
half.
support within the building, and of course Curling Alberta for everything they've done to make sure that curling is a safe sport and
Lots
that our
of room.
facilities are enabled to open
Whoa,
should
whoa.
they wish.
Room.
Kurt, just a hair.
Kurt. Yeah, go Kurt.
What was the final decision there, Scott?
Okay, hard Kurt.
I think it was just
Hard
another
Kurt, keep
guard.
going.
They didn't want to
Okay,
come in,
keep
I don't
going.
think, because they
Yeah,
thought
keep
they
going.
might actually just make the situation
hard,
easier
go.
for
Yeah,
Bottcher.
over the face. Yeah,
Hard,
you're
keep
good.
going,
You're
keep
good.
going,
Well,
keep going.
So
Nice.
Good sweep,
just
Kurt.
yeah.
That's it.
So just another guard.
Mm.
Just another tequila sunrise.
Now I think maybe we've been here too long.
Is that someone behind you singing, Scott? I can't imagine. That's they were pretty well in tune, though.
Yeah.
I thought so. But you know, I look outside. It is absolutely beautiful blue sky day. Man, I wish we had a view of that. And well, maybe while they talk, there we
Oh,
go.
and there it is.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. This is a winter
I'm okay with that.
wonderland. Now
Chuck
our
that one
view's a
over
little
here.
bit higher. I can see the top of
Yeah,
We came
that's
at
a
it from
good
this angle. We're
That's
goal.
what we get to look
Yeah,
at here. If
okay.
you wonder why
Hit
we
and
get
roll.
distracted, that's probably why, because
Okay.
we're looking outside. Anyhow, we're back to our game. They've made a decision on what to do. What was that, Scott? I was too busy looking outside.
Me too, but I think it's a double peel.
Double
I don't
peel.
think Jeremy Harty wanted those
Curl.
guards to be touching.
Curl.
Just made this
Curl.
double peel a little bit easier.
Curl.
Hard.
And that's what he's done, and spun one of the yellows into the rings.
A little fortunate not to outcount that other blue one.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, job accomplished
Hit
to
that.
open it
roll
up.
to the middle.
Mm.
It's probably safest, eh?
If you guard it, they've got nothing.
They're gonna run something.
At least it's ours.
I think we
I
hit.
guess
Really
if they ever tap it, it
unfortunate
gets
break
dangerous.
there for Team Bottcher.
Sure.
rolled that
Like
yellow
control
into the
here?
rings. It's lined
I
up
think
right
make
on
sure
the
the
blue.
3 goes.
Now
Okay.
Harty can hit that roll to the center and sit.
Can get hair more.
4, 5.
We're hitting like 2/3, right? Just control. Same weight I threw.
Roll to center?
Yeah.
I like it.
Same weight I threw last time. Just control. Yeah. Make sure that blue goes. Hit like 2/3. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about what they're going to do there. They did our job for us.
Yeah.
Better be careful. There won't be a need for commentators. But of course there is. Someone needs to fill the time during those 15-minute discussions, don't they? You know, in all fairness, when you look around the other sheets, they're not that far
No.
behind. In fact, they're almost at the same pace. So maybe we should be a bit careful there because they are playing with haste when they're not.
They really are, yeah. Outside of those 3 conferences, they've played quickly.
They got to go hard to get
This
this
is
by.
not going to get by.
Oh, a small error. Well, it's going to provide Bottcher a chance. He's got 2 left, so really can jiggle these around. And that
Get rid
top
of the
blue
7.
one that he was trying to play out to Harty
I think we
could
gotta
come
try
back
and
on
keep our
him.
shooter in front of this 5 though.
But we don't want to lose this one either. We got to get this one past
Yeah.
there.
I think medium. Medium on the nose. This one's not going. It's dragging. If anything, I'm worried the 8's got to get out of the way.
The other thing is you hit a quarter rock on the outside and he's got no double. This stays. We might get 2.
We got half a chance at 3 though.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Medium on the nose. I just don't want to
Right,
pop
well, they
this
talk about the
5 under here.
situation. We know they're going to play those
That's
middle
my
ones.
only
It's just
concern.
where are they going to hit? We're going to take
I
a little
don't think
peek
with
over on sheet number
medium
4
we
where
will.
we've got team.
This one's this 8
Jake's
staying
playing
here.
against Team
Yeah.
Meek, an important shot
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Trying
Down
to hit
medium.
and lie 2 for Team
Yeah.
We just got to
Jakes.
play enough that the 7 goes.
Yeah, and like does the
Rocks
7
away.
Brad.
They're sweeping hard on it, trying to hold it if they can. They want to get a bit of a roll if they can.
Call the angle man in.
And they do. So they'll lie 2 over there
How-
on sheet
I think
4.
we
They're
gotta hit
heading
it on the
into
nose,
Skip's
like medium.
Rocks.
Keep our.
We'll keep our eye
Does
on
the 8
that.
stay?
So they just said,
The out
call
turn's
the
better?
angle man in, and then Brad Thiessen quickly got involved. So obviously,
Well, I thought you were going to get up, Scott.
no, but
Out turn,
obviously
can we
they
hit it on the
trust his
nose
view
with
of
medium and keep that?
where rocks are going to go, and if there's
Yeah.
going to be drag and what's
Is
going
the
to happen
7
there.
dead jamming back there or? Shouldn't.
I think we
it's
should get some
going
chairs
over.
out there.
All it has to do is go like a foot.
Maybe we should get our head ice official
You
to
think with the intern it's going?
get out there and move things along.
And that would be Dennis Graham.
There,
But then if we
yes.
ever pop the 5 under there, it's not good.
Yeah, and your 5's going a lot more.
Okay. Okay. Throw this with medium
I
then.
think
Okay.
we've got a decision, and it was
Gotta cross it a
again. It
little,
was
right?
the original suggestion by Bottcher to hit it on the nose with what they call medium. That's what they've
Right on
decided.
top would be great. Yeah.
Well, while we watch them come down to this end and get ready to shoot, we can confirm that Van Amsterdam stole 2 in 7. They're now up 6-3 on Team Appleman, playing in the final end. Of course, the loser is out,
I think
and
we
the winner
gotta give
goes on to
ourselves
one
a
of the
chance.
qualifiers
3 if we can.
against the winner of Sturmey and Kennedy, which is looking a lot like Sturmey. But Glenn Kennedy's played well, his whole team all week, and you just never know until it's over. There's still 2 ends left.
Yeah! Hard!
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Clean! Curl! 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 Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
So they wanted to nose that or hit it on the other side of the rock. By hitting it on the high side there, it dragged the wrong direction. They jammed a yellow on the back and lost
hitting
their
it
shot
wrong front.
rock all the way to just being a
Same
biter
shot.
in the 12
And
foot.
maybe get. And then he's.
Believes
what's he
Harty's
do?
sitting 1.
Right?
Yeah. 3 always leads.
Of course, he's
Three out, and we
still
can
a
play the
dangerous
good turn.
situation because blue on yellow, that yellow
control.
automatically goes and likely clips
Control,
the back
roll it
yellow.
right here. if we were
That
a little
top blue
wide,
one
we just
comes
hit
into
this
play,
and
so
flip it over.
looks like Harty's going to try and make
Right, if
sure
we had
that
nose, it's
he
flipping into
removes
here
that
somewhere.
one and possibly rolls over to make that shot a little harder to tap.
Let's play this one though.
Yeah. 3/4.
Yeah, control.
All right, no guard in front this time. Last time he tried to play this shot, but just chipped off.
Control
the
weight,
guard.
just 3/4 on the inside. Roll in front.
3/4 on the inside and roll it over.
No.
I wonder if there's a chance to hit it
Not
on the outside and make the double.
Same. I thought that was
I don't think we're
Well,
going to find out.
Go
Okay.
ask the
I think
angle
it's
man.
okay.
Maybe you can after the game.
Yeah.
Well, big shot here for Harty. A chance to basically force Bottcher to one. That'll put him up one coming home, Harty, and he will have hammers. So really big throw here to try and make
Clean
that
it.
Clean.
take away a chance for two here.
And he missed the shot with the in-turn on his first one now. So now he's gone to the out-turn here. And it looks like they're pretty close to what they wanted. Spin it in front. Pretty good, but
Wow.
Bottcher still does have a nose hit on that blue for
He
two.
has his
Tough
nose,
there.
he was hoping to pull that yellow over so that it couldn't be a
Whatever
straight
you're
hit.
seeing.
But yeah, he just
Yeah,
has to come
nose
to
or-
nose or even probably
Yeah.
anything
High.
greater than
Yeah.
3/4. And that'll be the
Easy.
two, and it'll be a tie game coming home.
The jam's doesn't matter.
Well, it does to me. I prefer strawberry. But obviously, on his toast, it can be grape jelly, it can be raspberry jam, strawberry jam, it doesn't matter. But certainly in this curling shot, it doesn't either. All right,
Yep.
chance to tie this game up.
Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Yep, clean, whoa, clean.
Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Looks like they like
Yeah,
this
on that
shot.
side of the
Oh,
center.
hard.
Oh, it looks, it made a big move, and it must have picked. They're gonna
Oh, they're gonna get
still
away
get
with
the
it.
two.
Almost as they drew it up. They almost lost that.
Yeah.
You know, it's really important to keep the brushes down, you know, and they go, yep, no, clean, and they lift it up. You have to be a bit careful there. And not sure what happened, but very fortunately, it resulted for them. So we've got a tie game now. It is 4-all. Of course, Harty will own the hammer coming
I think
home.
Jared can drop button.
So it looks like we've got the final over on sheet 2. So Sturmey will move into a qualifier. And Glenn Kennedy, after a terrific event and some great games, will head home. So good luck to Sturmey in our featured game tonight against the winner on sheet 1, which right now is looking like Van Amsterdam.
That's right. And over on sheet number 4, Terry Meek just made a double. So Ryan Jakes is drawing against 3 blue biters.
Oh, yeah.
The things that annoy you
Line's
most
good.
when they're not yours. He's got to get basically full 12, and if he does, he'll be down 1 without hammer. A lot of rocks
leave
have
it
been
now.
in play with that game,
No,
though,
that's good.
so lots can happen in the last end. But first, Ryan's got to throw this
The
in.
dish is hurting you. It's good.
They're keeping it clean. Looks like they like the weight. Looks like the line's
Yeah.
pretty good,
Yeah.
too.
Just through.
Just guiding this one in. Really nice throw by Ryan. Really nice guide by the sweeps. So, situation on number 4 is simple. Terry Meek will be up 6-5. He will have the hammer. He has pretty well controlled that game since the outset, taking a 3 spot in the second end. And see what happens. We'll keep our eye over there as we continue to watch our feature game, a tied-up game coming home in 8. Team Harty against Team Bottcher, and Team Harty has last rock. Well, a bit of an error there.
Okay.
Don't think that was the call. That rock sailing right through the house. Here comes Carrick Martin being
It's a
asked
bit
to
light.
put a
Line's
close
good.
guard.
Halfway.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Go ahead then.
Come on, Brad. No. All you got for weight.
Finish. It's got a curl.
Baby.
It's got a curl. It's got a curl. Hard, Brad.
Trying to bring this one in. They want to get it behind if they can.
Okay.
No, halfway, almost at center line.
Good shot.
Looks like Harty's decided again. He'll try
Yep.
to come in. Really important to get this top four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs this.
Yeah.
The top half of the house to put a little bit of pressure back on Bottcher after that first miss.
Line's good. Room.
Weight's good.
Line's
Okay,
good.
line's good.
Weight's good. Top four.
Back 4.
Whoa, then.
Now
Here
we're
and back for now. That's
Okay, right off.
it's not what
Yeah,
Harty
right off.
wants.
Yeah, really important at this berry then.
Yeah, let it keep.
Top 4.
Okay. It's all you. Line's
Top
good.
four.
14-5.
So again, the sheet beside them that came off the ice
Nice.
about 5 minutes ago. So we might see a bit of a slowdown in draw times, especially on that half of the sheet.
There's lots of curl in here. I think you can get almost to the nose and even bump it a rock.
All right. Brendan knowing he needs a steal. He doesn't
Back
want to
eight,
remove
back
rocks.
four.
He just wants to keep them in play. Push those behind the back line. Brady Thiessen, left-hander, being asked to
Clean.
send the next one down.
A little light.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
It's light.
Hard. Looks light.
And here the
Going
sweet
hard.
part, it's light.
It's a really good line. They just got to drag as far as they can.
Get it right to it.
Darren's been pounding on that broom tonight. Look at that. Him and Carrick.
Good. Nice shot.
Absolute perfect freeze.
Very good.
Great shot there. It's got cover. It's on top of the yellow one.
All of them, right?
There.
All of them, Jer, hey? All 3 blues.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's
We're gonna
thick half.
see, double peel into the 2 in the 4-foot. And in a perfect world, all 3 blues and the shooter for sure will be gone.
Close. Whoa. Close.
Starting to come. It's just holding out there, and it'll be a.
Go.
Well, at least it ticked the other one.
Yes,
Made it
yeah.
a corner guard.
Pretty good result there. Now they were hoping to drive that into the pile, but it got both of those off the center line. And Bottcher's going to have to keep replacing that.
And it's just far enough over that it's not blocking that button draw path. But if they have to come around that stagger, which they wouldn't, then that would be a problem. So
Yeah.
keep an eye on that.
How's the line?
It could curl a bit.
Weight's good.
And it looks like
think we're out there a
on
little
sheet
ways.
1, Van Amsterdam just missed his last
Hard.
shot
Hard.
and is going to leave Appelman
Hard.
with
Yes,
an
go, go,
open
go,
draw,
go.
Tight.
or sorry, an open hit
You're good.
for 3 to tie the game after 8
Good
ends.
shot.
Yeah, a bit of a turn there.
Then, yeah.
To come off the back.
Yeah. It's right down center. Yeah.
You got it, Josh.
Ted Appelman will be trying nose hit or hit and roll in. He's going to stay
Whoa.
in the house.
Skylar.
Go to next strand.
Hard.
Blue's got to go, and yellow has to touch paint. Oh,
Nice.
great throw there.
Great
And
double peel. And
of course, he can sweep his own rock. That's why he's sweeping. But if that had been a blue, he couldn't.
Speed's good.
And over on sheet 1, Appelman has made it. And that game will be going to an extra end. It's back over here on our feature game. After that great shot by Team
Line's good.
Harty, there's the 2 rocks in
Whoa.
the house.
Oh,
And Bottcher
Whoa.
throwing a center guard to try to protect
Line's
those.
good. Line's good. You don't need to.
Well, we've had a comment.
Don't need to, line's good.
Someone's asked about some of the COVID rules. At our Bondsfield here, the Bondsfield itself is not a cohort event, but each individual team is cohorting. That's what they've been doing here for these top teams that don't play with other teams. They're playing as a cohort team, and as a cohort team within the rules that have been put out by the governing bodies, they are allowed to have 2 sweepers, and they are allowed to be within 6 feet because they're a cohort, but they can't be that way with the other teams, and that's why there's no sweeping behind the back line. That's why when the one team owns the ice, the other team stays off it and to the side. So the teams themselves are cohort, but the event is not, and that's why you'll see the players no need for masks, and they are allowed 2 sweepers. It is different than what is done in some jurisdictions and areas, but that's what's been happening in the various events that have been out here in Alberta.
You got to go a little. Okay, line's good now. Line's good now.
So the guard went up, was peeled off, and now Darren Moulding putting it back again.
Good shot.
Harty still sitting shot rock, so at some point Bottcher will have to make a move.
Yep, yep.
Just clean.
Clean.
Close. Yep.
Yep, yep.
And another peel from Clybrink.
Those 2 lonely staggers right there.
You want to be right in the middle.
We're down to skip rocks here. Tie game. Jeremy Harty has the hammer and is sitting shot rock.
I think we'll have some options on the next one, but we got to guard now.
You're welcome, Phil.
Well, I
Thanks for
think
your
we almost
question. And
want
should anyone
to
have any
just
questions,
overcurl.
please feel free to send them our way. We'd love to answer them. Make sure we clear anything up and share anything we can, Scott.
Absolutely. There's been quite a few comments and questions that have come in tonight, and I mean the number of people watching this is terrific. They've been treated to a great game between Harty and Bottcher here, and looks like we're going to have a winner.
Little straight.
Probably
straight.
one more conference,
Good,
so
line's
15
good.
minutes or so.
Line's good.
I was going to say, the way this game's going, it's been such tremendous curling. I wish it would go on
line's
forever,
good.
but it kind of is.
Yeah. Yeah, we are going on, on about 2.5 hours. So
Of sleep, you said?
Yep.
no, not a wink of sleep during the action today. It's been great.
Yeah, we got
Second time
players.
Bottcher's been featured on this sheet, so so Livestream been treated to seeing one of the best 5 teams in the world
What if I just
live
put it
twice
there?
today.
Beside it. Yeah.
Like you can,
Only thing is there.
And
but
certainly, I wouldn't
even
be
if you're there,
surprised
it's always
if
usable.
if I
2 to
yeah,
5
just
years,
pass.
we're not
Even
saying
if
the
I
same thing
rob,
about Harty.
he
3
hits
World
me,
Curling
I
Tour
got
events
another
last year.
same
They're
shot.
Yeah.
an XL recognized team
If you
here in
feel
Alberta,
he
on the top 2
hits
U25 teams.
Yeah, drop four.
And certainly had a
He-
great year
even if you
last year,
feel
and the
he
way
might-
they're playing this
Yeah.
week, certainly showing why.
Well,
And
if
of
you
course,
step up and you do that,
tie break with the pedigree, Shannon, who's here helping to
do
look
you
at
think?
rocks and help coach. Heather Rogers, their coach, is
Like
beside
there,
us
or
too.
we think
just a tremendous
tap
team.
a
It's more
little.
than just the 4 players. It's the people outside of that help them. And
I'm thinking
here's
this
that
is
conference
the
you're
best result.
talking about.
'Cause then you have-
anywhere but here.
Yeah,
throw
knew we were
over.
getting at least one.
Of course,
If
this is a
we're ever
pivotal
here-
shot here.
Yeah, if we're ever here, he just hits and I have the same draw. Right? I think that's good.
So the center
Let's get
guard's
the
up.
path through
They
here.
played,
Yeah,
the way
well,
they
I
played
think,
this
yeah,
end, I
right
would have
there.
thought they would
Yeah.
have just walked up and peeled it,
There.
but they're not going to.
I think they're also recognizing
just
that
tuck.
Jeremy may
exactly.
have to
Yeah.
make a
You
draw
got
on
it.
his last one. So
Mm.
if you throw a peel, then you got to throw a T-line sensitive draw. You probably want to get a sense of how the weight is. The other thing is the way those are staggered in the top 4. If you can tuck it around, there's really no way to get at it other than to slash that yellow one, which he does have access to, but may not get enough weight in that slash to actually remove both of
but
those
he's gonna make me
stones. So
draw.
it's a really, I think, a
somewhere.
really astute play right here by Harty. And if he can put this where he wants to,
Yeah,
I
let's make
think it'll
this
be
one.
tough for Bottcher
Full
to
4, guys.
make it hard for him not to be able to score, because he'll be running yellows on yellows, and he'll have the exact same draw.
Yeah.
So he just hits repeat.
Yeah, I would just hate for this to slide back button on this line and give Bottcher a chance to get in there undercover
Oh, the worst would be to come
Clean
come
it.
deep to the back of that floor.
Line
Back
break.
of the
That,
puck, I mean.
that's what makes me nervous about the call. But you know, Jeremy Harty certainly skilled enough to execute this and put it right where he wants it.
Just as long as you're not deep, Kurt.
Just as long as you're not deep. I'm going to get a little rub off this.
I think that's a pretty good spot.
It is. And the reason it is because he does need to get rid of both yellows, but he's probably going to try and just hit a sliver. I'm going to call an 8.
Yeah, and then he has to make the same draw.
And then a shooter will go flying out. And there'll be that lonely blue.
I don't see
It'll be
anything
the
else.
exact
The
same
exact
draw.
same draw.
As we said, repeat. And there is a good
Yeah.
thing for everybody out there watching to note. That's
Here,
why
Jen.
Jeremy threw that draw, even though it wasn't executed exactly how he wanted.
Oh,
He
we
at
just
least has
needed
a
it to
feel
chop
for it for the
one
next
more
one.
inch.
But of course, this is not an easy sliver to catch. And he must catch a sliver.
Whoa!
Well, he
Whoa.
says it's not good enough to
Whoa!
just
Close.
catch the yellow.
It's really close.
And he won't
Oh,
get enough
he
of
hit-
it.
yeah.
Oh.
Harty is shot. Harty is
No
qualified
need.
for the playoffs. And Bottcher will get one more chance tonight at 8 o'clock against the winner of Team Meek and Team Jakes. But big congratulations to Team Harty there on another win and beating Bottcher for a second time in this event.
And you know what? He earned that. He earned that. They played a great game as a team, and they had a few opportunities to even score more. And Bottcher, certainly their team played really well. But Harty's showing why he's one of the top teams in the province, and they really, really played a great game, and they earned that. They'll be our B qualifiers, and as you said, they'll await the winners of tonight's game. Bottcher, of course, getting a chance to play again against either Team Jakes or Team Meek, and Sturmey waiting to see who's going to win between Appelman and Van Amsterdam. That game in an extra end. We want to say thank you, though. The only way we're allowed to bring you these events is because of sponsors, and ATB, not just a great sponsor of this event, but of many curling teams. Thank you for all you do. The Banff Curling Club, not just providing the facility, but volunteers. The Canmore Curling Club providing volunteers. The town of Banff for enabling us to do this here, of course, at the Fenlands, their facility in Banff, and Curling Alberta for everything they do all the time for our sport and our province, and the guidance they give and the support. Thank you very much. We also want to say a big thank you, Scott Moncur. He's done with us for the day. It's very sad, but it's real. He'll be heading back to Cochrane. I'm sure his family with his young kids will be waiting for him there. We got we've got Annette Young who's doing the audio, and she's done for the day too. Fenya will come back to replace her for the evening draw. But of course, the two Over brothers, Thomas and Jamie, are going nowhere. They're going to bring you one more game tonight at 8 o'clock. That game will be an exciting one, and they will show you the close-ups. They'll show you the other sheets. They will show you everything you asked for, apparently. Thank you very much, gentlemen. A little bit of dinner, then off you go. We will be back, of course, but we're going to just watch this extra end to give you a chance to see the extra end between Van Amsterdam and Appelman, just to bring you up to speed. Appelman did score 3 in the 8 in order to tie it. A fortunate miss by the skip in the last shot. And now Appelman's playing yellow and
Van Amsterdam blue.
blue. Looks like, though, we're going to take a peek over down to Skip's Rocks on sheet 4. So before we go to sheet 1, we'll go to sheet 4. This is Team Jakes against Team Meek. Team Meek is up 1 with hammer. Certainly the driver's seat. Jakes had 3 rocks lined up in play. We're looking pretty good, and Meek made a great shot and removed them all. That's one way to clear a house.
That is. We saw that in our game. We saw the triple and blank.
So certainly they got to play behind a Meek rock, but there is one guard out front, so it is something they can bury behind. And there is 2 rocks left for each skip here. So first we'll get Ryan Jakes from Team Jakes. So try and bury this behind in the top 4 foot.
So he's going to be coming around a Team Meek guard, and it's a pretty tight guard. So he's going to have to make this really, really good, but still Terry Meek is going to have a pretty short run back.
They like the line. The sweepers seem to like the weight. They're cutting it in. It's got room. Needed to slow down a bit now, that's all. What a great throw. What a great throw by Ryan Jakes. That is T-line and buried. It'll be up to Meeks to either come after it with the run back or to try and draw down to it. I imagine he's going to do the run back. But I haven't seen any of this game, so I don't want to imagine anything yet. What would you do, Scott?
I would throw the run back. Terry's got the hammer. If he makes the run back and sticks it, he probably wins the game. If he just peels off the guard, then Jakes has to put it back. Probably has to put it back, and then you draw the button. Or Jakes comes in, top four, and then you might have an open hit. So I'd play the run back. A lot of good things could happen.
The good thing for you is in a couple days you're going to play against Terry. So here's a little bit of intel for you.
That's right.
That's probably why you had the camera swing right, not left to cover this. You're trying to figure out if you're in the same situation Monday night, Scott, you're going to know exactly what he would do.
That's right. Although I'm not sure we're going to get this kind of curl at the Calgary Curling Club on Monday. So so the game might be played differently, but this does give me some valuable insight.
Well, Terry Meek, of course, being a top senior team in the province, it's a great chance for him to get some games under their belt and hopefully be able to play in the senior championship later on, the Alberta Provincial one, and certainly holding their own here. Earlier, they knocked out the junior team that we had here, the junior team Manson.
Yeah.
And now this is a recently graduated junior team, Team Jakes. They won the provincials last year, the provincial junior boys, and three of them, Ryan Jakes, Desmond Young, and Gabe Dick, were selected at the Canadian Championship to represent Canada at the World Juniors, I say this season, which is actually next year, should that event be able to go. Certainly great for them to get the opportunity to get some of these reps in as well. Of course, they were also the university team, the U of A varsity team, but that has been canceled already, so there won't be any varsity athletics for curling this year. But we're very fortunate in our sport to have a strong Bondsfield circuit and, of course, the ability to play in lots of these events. Let's watch Terry Meek come down. He has decided to do the run back, unless he's picking it, but I think it's a run back.
Yeah, he's throwing the run back.
They're on it quick. They're holding it. And it was just
over curled and left a center guard, so that was not the result he wanted.
No. Interesting. They're looking to, they either put the guard out front and make it theirs, or they draw and they overlap and they give pieces of everything. And if you can do it, you put it in the top 8, you show half the yellow, you tuck it half the blue, and then he's either forced to come around against 2 or to try and do something. The good thing for Meek, of course, is he has that extra point.
Yep.
So he can play with that and just rip one out.
The first thing they talked about was throwing top 8 and sitting 2, but I think they've decided to throw it short of the rings.
Yeah, the difficulty if you try to come in is if you ever over curl, then you leave a wide open hit. Of course, that could happen this way, but they just threw this shot. So I think they feel they know that line. Coming the other way, it probably looks like they're not that sure. So they throw what they know and let Terry either tap back or run back or try and outdraw them.
Just to keep you updated, it looks like our extra end game will probably end around the same time.
And just for those that are hanging on, we appreciate everyone who hangs on. The feature game tonight will start at 8 p.m., 7:50 to be exact, with the countdown. That'll be brought to you by Thomas, followed by quick videos. And then we'll be here, talk about the feature match, but it will be on Sheet 3. It will be 8 p.m. tonight here in Alberta. Sturmey is guaranteed to be in that game. What we're not sure is Appelman or Van Amsterdam. That's in an extra end. Skips rocks to come, and Amsterdam, of course, will have his hand on the last rock in that game. Well, this one looks really good. Needed to sit down a bit, though. Don't want to be too deep. Oh, great throw there, and he gets the little biter. So
I think in that case now you're going to see Terry throw the double. If that was not in the rings, he may have thrown in turn draw, but now that the draw would be against the loss, he's probably throwing the double. And over.
You wouldn't throw it away?
Always an option. Always an option. Not usually a good one.
Well, he just threw this, so Terry should have a sense of it. No, he wasn't off by much. Doesn't have to adjust by much. Just execute the same way. Certainly to have a 6-5 lead means he's been playing fairly well. And we've seen a lot of great last rock shots. And here's another important one for Terry. He must remove both. If he jams one, and then we will go to an extra end. Well, we're down to just 2 rocks left. 3 rocks left over there, are we not? Must be.
Yeah, 3 rocks left in the extra end on sheet 1, and the last rock of the 8th end here on sheet 4.
Yeah. Couple nervous mums there behind the glass watching. Rocks away.
It's on a very similar line to the run back he threw, so he should be close.
And it won't quite
Not
get
far
out.
enough, so we are going to an extra end.
Well, these 4-hour gaps between are proving quite helpful. The ice makers maybe not as happy,
No.
but makes their timing a little tighter. Well, situation now, Appelman down to his last throw. He's got what looks like 3 biters, one biting 8 foot, 1 full 12, 1 biting 12, and Van Amsterdam has one over biting 4 foot. So looks like we're going to have Ted Appelman remove that blue and probably roll a bit to the outside to try and force either a tougher hit or a straight draw and hope for the miss. It is, as you said before, people leaving the ice getting a little later. Those draws are not as easy after people start to leave. The ice does start to change. Of course, is the 9th end of that game. The ice can start to break down a lot in your head. And of course, you've just thrown some peels and some hits in the last couple of ends as you were ahead. So certainly a lot can happen. But Evan Van Amsterdam, a tremendous skip, has had a very good career, played very well. So we would expect nothing but top shot when it comes his time to make this last execution. Of course, the winner of the collegiate championship, Evan skipped that in Concordia. His brother's on that team as well. So there we go, exactly
just
what
like
we
you
thought.
said, yeah, hit and roll away.
Yeah.
So it's a draw to full 8 for Van Amsterdam.
And look at that camera angle. My word, look at what those gentlemen are producing for us to see. There you go, exactly what we talked about. We have biting the 8 is what Van Amsterdam has to beat. He just threw a peel on his last shot. So, but again, he's played 9 ends. He's watched 9 ends. He's got great feedback from his team. He's got tremendous sleeper in both Tyler, his brother, and Jason Ginter, former front-end player for Team Sturmey. This is for the right to play Team Sturmey tonight at 8 o'clock. It's silent, and the rock is underway. Let's wait to hear what they say. Pass tight, they're on it hard right away.
Need help.
They need help, they gotta really
Calling
go.
out the 3rd.
They really gotta drag this. They're dragging it. This is like watching Gushu in the Briar that year. Are they going to drag it? Are they going to drag it?
They are not.
About a foot shy.
So Ted Appleman steals 2 in the extra end. And he will move on to play Sturmey in the featured game tonight here on sheet 3.
So Appleman, after 2 consecutive losses in the A and the B event, started out this morning at 8 o'clock, probably more like 6:30 by the time he got going. And he's been able to win 2 games so far in the C event. Now there's only Sturmey standing in his way from a qualifier.
And I think Appleman won his morning game in an extra end as well, if I recall correctly.
Yes, you do recall correctly.
So there'll be a lot of curling today for Team Appleman, but they look like they're up to the challenge. They've got about 45 minutes before first practice for the next draw.
That's right, and whoever wins that game, once you get in the championship, what do you get there, Scott? What are we playing for here?
We're playing
on Championship Sunday.
Championship Sunday, we're playing for $23,000, $9,000 to the winner, $6,000 to the runner-up, and $4,000 each to third and fourth place. So Cooey and Harty, we know, are guaranteed at least that $4,000, and we're waiting to find out who the 2 teams that will join them will be.
That's right, just 2 games tonight at 8 o'clock. There'll be 2 sheets in action, 3 and 2. All but one person has decided. Someone is playing an extra end in 4 for the right to play against Team Bottcher tonight. On the other one, we know it'll be Sturmey and Appleman. Sturmey and Appleman both part of the top 4 seeds entering into this event. So.
That's right. I believe Sturmey lost the Alberta final last year.
On the last rock.
Yeah. And Appleman the year before lost the provincial final. So 2 very top teams playing each other, and it's too bad one of them won't make the playoffs, but one of them will have come through the long road and gotten in.
And we'll carry that momentum. And of course, tomorrow morning we start at 10 o'clock. That's not for us, that's for the players. So it's not like they're up for 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So the extra 2 hours should help them a little bit. Well, now we're over here watching Team Jakes and Team Meek. Team Meek, of course, have 1 on the button, and Team Jakes is still putting up some center guards, knowing that they need some protection in order to try and generate that steal, which they so desperately will need. Doesn't matter if they give up 6, 7, or 8, but they do need to get 1. So Meek trying to figure out the best way to attack this. Does he start to tick and move guards, or does he try and draw in? Looks like he's going to hit.
His first call was to come top 8, but upon quick reflection, he walked up. He's going to peel at least the top one there. That made pretty easily.
You know, up until the 8th end, that was 7 straight ends, 1 with hammer. The 8th end was the first end that team won with the steal. Well, we do have we have a microphone out there picking up the ambient noise, and that noise you're hearing is not static. That's the scraper head ice maker Brian Armstrong, because these games ran a little bit late, is out there starting the scrape job that he needs to do. Between each game, we are scraping to make sure we give the best possible ice, chance to restart again and put a good surface down. So he's obviously respecting when the rock is being thrown, then he starts to scrape, and of course the players can play knowing that noise is already there rather than it starting up in their backswing. That being a golf term, but their curl swing, I guess.
Yeah, their delivery.
Oh, their delivery, and not by the pizza man. Well, I'm glad to have a lot of the people watching our feature game hang on to see what's happened. They've been treated to an extra and exciting finish over on sheet 1, and they're going to be getting the same here. A bit of a mistake there, though, by Team Jakes. Has left a chance to sort of double peel these away. And that'll make a little bit of trouble for them here in the end, because not a lot to hide behind when there's nothing to hide behind.
I think to make the double peel and lose the shooter, you have to throw it pretty hard. I think either the shooter or one of those guards will stay in that area. So Jakes will still have some help, I think, after this.
I think 3/4 probably. I mean, you don't have to move it far, too. You move it towards the 5-foot line that we call that, and that's still helpful.
Yeah.
Although, you know, we've talked about it before. These draw paths to the button are critical, too. And if you block one of your draw paths, that could come back to hurt you later on in the end. You want to keep those draw paths open. Now, certainly a veteran of the game, Terry Meek, has probably seen a lot of these different situations over the years. It is a bit different, though, when you play under new rules, that being a 5 rock or 4 rock. So certainly some relearning, but certainly a veteran of the game and someone who will have great knowledge in terms of strategy, and looks like they're ready to throw. Going hard, trying to catch enough of it to get rid of both. No, I'll just pick it out over top. So fortunate result there, I think, for Team Jakes.
And they're going to throw another guard up again. They're hoping for a little bit more separation between the guards this time, but both teams are in a, it's strange to say, but I think both teams are in a decent situation. Jakes will have 2 guards up there. Meek is shot rock on the button and still in control.
Yeah, those who are looking now and seeing that ring there, that's a TSN Skins ring that we have left over from the TSN Skins game, and our ice maker puts that out there. And when we do some of the little rocks from the far end to that, or from this end to that, a bit of a progression for the younger kids in terms of throwing rocks down and still being able to use the rings. And of course, it looks really good too. Yes, a number of years of hosting that event, a lot of fun, and a lot of our juniors have had a chance to meet these top teams because they were ones who, when they were in their single-digit age groups, including Desmond playing on that, would carry a flag and walk out with the athletes, and just some tremendous experiences for those kids back then. And here we have them out playing. Annika Villamere, she's playing in Red Deer right now on Team Shannon. She was one of the juniors that was able to carry the flag out, Desmond being another. And we certainly had kids from Canmore over, always doing that together. Kids from Cochrane, Team Cinnamon at that time, they came up and did that. So just a great opportunity for the kids during that event to experience some great curling and to witness it and be a part of it. And now some of them are playing against these great kids. Earlier, Team Jakes had a chance to play against Team Bottcher. Wonderful experience there, and certainly some good learning.
Terrific shot there from Team Meek.
Yeah.
Even though he ticked that yellow guard into the rings, he got it off the center line and has drawn the play into the house, which is what Terry Meek wanted. I think Jakes would have preferred a few guards up there, but this is a situation they face at thirds rocks.
Yeah, and realizing the situation he's in, they're going to start to draw into the house now. And would have liked to your point, wait as long as you could. Might have been a bit of a fortunate thing too, because certainly Meek has that one on the button, and at some point you have to deal with it. And when it gets down to the odds, Meek could have very well come around and taken your run back and made a very difficult play on that. So well, they're going hard. They got to get it around first, and they got to drag it as deep as they can to make the run back a little harder. Well, a good throw there. Served its purpose. Looks like we'll have a little short run double, but he's got to be careful. He catches that on the outside, and he could run it into his own. Well, all eyes in the lounge are on this last game. These two teams, both Meek and Jakes, have been here since the first thing this morning too. They're on the Journeyman's Trail, much like we talked about with Team Appleman. And obviously, each wants to play at 8 because that gives them a chance.
Oh. Got one. Rolled the rock over, not quite in front of his, but just give Jakes an opportunity here to freeze or hit and roll under. Sit 2.
Yeah, whatever he does, there's going to definitely be a double there for Meek, but at some point, and I think this is the point, you're going to have to play on that blue, and it may be that freeze where he's putting it is the best they can do, because then it jams if they try to make the double. Hit and roll leaves him that double over top. None's wrong, although looking at their coach Rob Krebs over there, I'm sure one is. And I can't get from him which one that would be, and I'm sure if he had a chance to call a timeout, he might like to offer the opinion, but we're going to see what they call. And there we go. He's going to try and draw it down, half freeze it, realizing that there'll be a short double whatever he does. This probably puts him in the best case scenario, I would say. And that's, Scott, is that what you would play?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think Terry's going to come down. He's going to nose hit this, lose his blue on the button, be shot with his shooter. And then Jakes will have to make a perfect hit and roll. But, yeah, I mean, Terry's in a pretty good situation here.
And everything's crammed together, so it becomes short of the distance. They have to make those little runs and doubles and that. So
Might be tempted to play the hit and roll on this one. Let him try the double. If he makes it, he might spill behind the tee line. If he misses it, you're in really good shape. But this call certainly can work out in their favor as well.
And I guess if you're light, you start to guard something, and at least when you're throwing less weight, you have more things good that can happen. And back 8, back 12, that's not what they wanted to hear, and they needed to curl. Here it comes. Here it comes. Wow, a great shot there. Exactly what they really wanted to have happen. Is the slash there?
I don't think he'll try it. I think he will hit and roll right on top of his own shot rock.
Well, we don't have them mic'd up, so we won't know what they say. But certainly the taps and the movements of the broom will give us a sense of it. Scott, you said you would hit that yellow and stay right there?
I would try to roll about a foot to the right on top of the shot rock. Sitting 1-2, Jakes would have to make a play with some weight, and then you likely would have an open hit on the one that's biting the 4 foot over there.
Yeah, what he's saying, if he hit it just a bit on the outside and kind of hooks that yellow, and he also blocks a bit of his own there, that's not a bad shot, because that's a small port to come. There is a little port to come through, maybe you get a hit and flop, and he'll have a short run back or slash, but either way, both skips are going to have an opportunity to get a rock in place here. I do have to think hit. It's going to involve a hit.
Yeah.
Of course, we're 6:55. Whoever does win this game will likely have about 28 minutes to scarf some food. Hopefully they brought it with them. Wish we had them mic'd up. These two veterans, it would be gold what they would be sharing and what our audience could learn from them. We can only watch.
It looks like they've made a decision.
That was about 5 minutes less than the other ones we saw. One thing to call it, though, it's another thing to have to make it. Well, looks like the decision's made up. He's going to head down, and our wonderful camera crew here are going to be all set to show us the shot. It's great what they've been able to do with these cameras. They zoom it right in, get those angles, and they can watch more than one sheet. And there we go. We can tell how many pixels are on that shirt. They're so close.
Switching out the broom for the throwing broom, which a lot of these players out here do.
Like strong back. Okay. Is that too much? You had too much ice there.
Too much ice there. All right, we think he's trying to nose and stay right there. Well, here comes Terry. He's got a quiet weight. They're trying to make it curl over. Well, a good shot there.
I think it's pretty good. I don't know if there's a hole.
I don't know. I think, though, the shot here, if you just nose that, well, a little off, no, you make the double, and then you're either forcing him wide the other way because he can't hit on this side. So they haven't played anything on the other side all end, and you know, Meek's got to get into full 4 foot, and it'll be a very tight grouping of those two yellows. So making that easy double won't necessarily be there. That's about all they got. They've got to make sure they make the double or at least catch it to a certain point. The good thing for Meek is he will have a catcher, so he'll have an extra rock, meaning that even if he does roll out, he doesn't need to stay in whatever angles he needs. But first things first, you want to hit this almost full, but not quite. You need a little bit of an angle in order to get the back one moving because it's got to get out of the 4 foot. So weight's so important here. You know, oftentimes on these you get a little excited and you kick out and you push out, and that rock just floats. And even though they may still get the blue, it's really important that this second yellow stay around. They really don't want to lose it, and they want to keep it as close as they can to being in front of that other yellow, and preferably a little bit hooked to the inside. Well, here we go. Ryan Jakes is set. He's used to these situations. He's been in a number of them in his young career, and rocks on the way. We've got Andrew Giddis and Gabe Dick on the sweep.
Not far enough.
He didn't curl that enough, so that's...
So Team Meek has moved on in the extra end to play Team Bottcher in about half an hour.
That's right. So 8 o'clock tonight, half an hour.
Half an hour till first practice.
They may pay for second practice. Well, look, thank you very much. It was great. We got to see the endings of 3 games, some tremendous curling. I want to thank Team Harty and Team Bottcher. They put on quite a show, not just for us who got to sit behind and watch it, but for all the fans out there watching. Thank you to all those that joined us in the live stream this afternoon. It was great having you with us. Thank you for your questions and the chance to chat with you. We hope you'll all join us back here at 8 o'clock. We're going to take a quick break now and go and grab something to eat. Scott, great having you all day here today. Safe travels back home, and look forward to catching up with you in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. It was a terrific day, and good luck with the rest of the spiel.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody. See you in about 45 to 50 minutes.